Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Timeless Gamer Show, where our games and our bodies may grow out of date, but our gaming experiences will forever remain. Diamonds are forever, but Timeless Gamers is forever timeless. And the show is now live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. And of course, for our old episodes, you can still check them out by going to the YouTube channel Timeless Gamer Show, or go to the official website timelessgamers.com. And for all of your messages, insights, suggestions, whatever, just send them all to timelessgamers.show at gmail.com. And oh, previously in the Timeless Gamer Show, we did Serverage Gaming Challenge, the cute 'em up video games, basically shoot 'em up games, but with cutesy characters and sprites being used. Okay, so if you're a little bit, if you're interested on those kind of games, you know where to go, you know what to do. Hey, for tonight's episode, we're doing another wrestling episode for you. Technically, this is like a part two of our pro wrestling episode, which we did like a few seasons back. But we're focusing more on the retro side, before the HDMI cables, before the PS3s, Xbox 360s, and and above all of those platforms. All right, so we're going pure analog this time. Okay, and introducing the panel for tonight. Okay, we got the people here. It's a 5-man team at the moment. All the women want to be him. All the men want to be like him. We got Sir Jose.
Oh my God.
I've heard that.
Okay. Hey guys, we're here to talk one of Viraj's favorite topics: sweaty half-naked men grabbing each other. So stay here. He's not here currently because he's off camera gooning. But we're here talking wrestling.
Isn't he always? Anyway.
Maybe. We don't know what his hands are doing below the camera.
All right. Thank you for that, Sir Jose. And to be the man, you got to beat the man. We got Sir Juan.
What's up, everybody? You put me
That's
on the spot. I don't even know what to say right now. I'm still trying to wake my ass up. But excited to kind of have a little roundtable talk with everybody about, before HDMI cable wrestling games. I think it's actually going to be fun.
All right. Thank you for that, Sir Juan. And of course, Space Mountain may be the oldest ride, but he has the longest line. Retro Vibes is here.
Hey, welcome to the Timeless Gamers podcast, everyone. Thank you for joining our live stream. And if you're listening on podcast, thank you as well. This, like they said, this episode, we're going to be diving from the top rope into the world of retro wrestling. So sit back, lace up those boots, and enjoy.
What?
Nice. Woo!
What?
What? And of course, the styling, the profiling, limousine riding, jet flying, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, son of a gun, Sir Joel.
All right. Hello. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Wherever you are, wherever you are. Welcome to the Timeless Gamer Show, where we are featuring wrestling video games from the days of yore to most recently the PS2. We're talking about games that that were outputted on the good old RGB thing, the red, yellow, and white one. No HDMI's here just yet. Maybe in the future episode if you guys like this episode. But yeah, we are delving into wrestling video games, and we hope to hear your opinions in the chats too, not just during live, but also after. Back to you, Joe.
All right. Thank you for that, Sir Joel. Okay. Before we get to the meat and potatoes of the show, We will proceed now with show and tell. In this segment, of course, we're just going to show and brag the things that we have acquired for the last few days, whether it's physical or digital, gaming wise, books, movies, music, hey, whatever geeky in culture. Let's start with Sir Joe. What you got for the class?
All right. For me, it's I went all digital this week. There's been a few sales on Steam that you get really cheap stuff for, and let me see if I can share this. One moment. It's the Yeah, there you go. Let's see if we can add that. Most recent games that I bought the Elex games for Steam. I've been playing them on the Xbox recently, and they're a lot of fun. Actually, no, no, no. I let me correct myself. I played them on GOG. I played Elex 1 on GOG, and I enjoyed it so much that I wanted to play it on my Steam Deck. So I got the Elex games, and I also got the Sword and Fairy games as well. Sword and Fairy, it's a Chinese style. It's like an MMORPG style, but very much single player. And Yuan Yuan Sword, another one that is very much like the Chinese RPGs, action RPGs. A lot of fun, a lot of enjoyable. And I've been getting a lot of business simulations games as well, like Biztopia, Tobacco Shop Simulator, retail company video simulator, tech store simulator, lots of those. And of course, Red Dead Redemption 2. I got that. I am going to be playing through it when I get the chance because I hear it's a tremendous game. So that's what I got this week. Back to you, Joe.
All right, thank you for that, Sir Joe. How about Sir Jose? What you got for the class?
Let's see. Well, first, we have a lot of the same games, Joel.
Really? Oh, very cool.
Yeah, because I got the Sword and Fairy games too, not that
Oh
long ago.
yeah.
And I have the Elex games on the Xbox. And then what else did I see on your screen? I forget, but I have a lot of those too. So I got a couple pickups. I finally got Donkey Kong Bonanza, so Ross can shut the hell up.
I mean,
Won't shut up about it. No.
I mean, he does love his bananas. Anyway.
Yeah, he does.
I got Persona 5 for the PS5.
Oh,
Yay!
very cool.
Nice.
I have the
Dan.
Xbox One too. Don't worry.
And Dan
Joe.
Faulkner would appreciate that very much. He likes that game a lot, right, Joe?
He does.
And
Oh,
then
yeah.
I got Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance for the PS5.
Yay!
Which I also have on the Xbox. And then some cozy games. I got Dreamlight Valley on the Xbox.
The Missus plays that a lot. Dreamlight Valley.
And then
Dreamlight
I had to get a twofer. I got Hello Kitty Island Adventure for the PS5.
Oh, I've been looking at that. Cool.
And then I got
Is that the one that Butters play?
Yeah, and then I got the Switch version because it has
Switch version. Very cool.
It's a gift box edition, so it has some extras.
Nice.
And then I saw this at GameStop because someone returned it because they didn't want it after all. So I was like, it's mine now. So I got Double Dragon Revival.
Oh, very cool.
What? Nice.
Very cool. They returned it, and it wasn't. Yeah, you can't return something that's opened already.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true. Yeah.
So it was just sitting there, and I had just looked at it, and I was like, I didn't even know this came out, and then there it was, collected.
Yoink. Yoink.
Up, you're mine now. There you go.
And that's it for me.
Very cool.
Did they say why they didn't want it?
They said that they had bought it for someone, and that they ended up not wanting it.
Yeah, that can happen.
Who's that person, Viraj?
Probably. He probably saw two guys and he's like, oh wait, they're not having sex? No.
Yeah. Oh, there's a girl in here. Ew. All right. Fun fact, the Hello Kitty Island Adventure was not even supposed to be a game. It was referenced back in South Park. Which was while the boys were playing World of Warcraft, Butters was playing Hello Kitty Island Adventure.
Yes.
Yeah, and then they said, okay, let's make it like a real game, which tada, it became a real game.
well, now I have to buy it, John. You just pitched it perfectly to me. I have to get it now. Okay.
Yeah. It wasn't even supposed to be a real game. Hey, there you go. How about Sir Retro Vibes? What you got for the class?
Firstly, I'd like to. So Joel, your games are really cool. I love those kind of simulator games.
Oh yeah.
So you'll have to tell me how those go.
Oh, no,
Secondly, just a reference to add on to the South Park episode that you mentioned. I think it was called Love for World of Warcraft No Love something, and it's actually one of the highest rated South Park episodes. I've watched it so many times; it's hilarious.
Me too.
But moving on, I thought it would be fitting for this episode to show off some of my wrestling games. So I've got these two that I'll show off: the 2K23, which has the John Cena on the cover, and
I cannot see it.
and the 2K24, which has the Cody Rhodes. I do have the 2K25, but on the digital. I've played quite a few of them, but I won't be talking about those ones specifically today. I've also just this week been recently playing the ones that I'll be talking about. So just to I refresh my memory, as well as because obviously when I played some of these games a bit long time ago. So it's good to kind of talk about that because it's a lot of nostalgic feeling when I kind of play this. But back to you, so Joe. Thank you.
All right, thank you for that, Sir RV. Now, while we're waiting for Sir Jose, there he is. Sir Jose, what you got for the class?
You mean Quan?
I
That's Sir Juan.
Like I've been here the whole time.
So I bought a new tool.
Alan, right? Okay.
I haven't got
IKEA.
anything new. I haven't got anything new. I mean, from what RV was showing, what I play the most, especially
There
when
you
I play. So
Xbox, nice.
24
well, I
and
have
25.
24 for the reason. I do like Cody Rhodes, and I've liked Cody since the beginning of his career. So this one, I had to get for sure because trying to go to an event, I took it with me like a fanboy. Was trying to get it signed at least to give it value.
Nice.
But no opportunity. But he's on SmackDown versus Raw, so my son enjoyed it, so that's why I made sure to pick up. Wow, I doubt that. He's gonna write "dream" on my ass.
Yeah.
And then
Raj's dream, no.
And then 25, like I said, just knowing that my son liked it and everything was updated more. His favorite wrestlers now, he likes, Jey Uso. He likes, what's his name?
Really? The Yeet guy?
Yeah, he's a big eater.
Yeet.
On the game, it keeps track of your wins and losses with each player. And right now, I think he's over 100 wins with Jey Uso.
Wow.
And Roman Reigns. He kicks my ass, for him being 7 years old. And that's not me going easy on him sometimes, because usually when I kick his ass, he gets mad. But
damn kids, no.
Another thing that I bought, but it took me a while to kind of get it figured out, is the little Abernac
Nice. Yes.
little console. I got it for my daughter because she was always, I want to play, old games like you, Dad. So, I got it somewhat going already. It's cool. The performance is very well. No issues.
Very cool. Very nice.
Right now, all she plays is Tetris, though.
Heck, you can't go wrong with Tetris. Definitely a good place to start. Yes.
But for my show and tell, that's all I have. And like I said, with everybody else, your guys' stuff is
you should
amazing.
You should have her try the different flavors of Tetris, like on GBA and PS1. Those are really good as well.
Yeah, I have a bunch of games to put on there. It's just it sucks because when it writes everything. It's a 64 gig card, but then it only gives me 15 gigs of storage.
Oh, okay.
So I have to 3 times the memory storage just to have quite a bit because I have a ton of games to put.
Okay.
That's what I thought. Right, back to you.
Quick question regarding with the Abernac. How's the PSP emulation there?
I have a game on here. I haven't tried it yet. I'll get back to you on that one.
All right. Let us know how it works.
Certain games with the PSP, you were able to use the analog.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Some PSP games require the analog controller. That's true. Yeah.
Right.
So, but I will
because apparently there are some compatibility issues with the Abernac, especially with the hard to emulate games like God of War for the PSP. Because I was at the time when the latest Abernac came out, I'm like, if if it runs God of War, the PSP version, without any issues at all, I might get it.
Mm.
If but if there's any issues at all, I might hold off for a while. Anyways, on my side of
I will say
things,
though, at least playing GameCube, you'll get a clear screen
Oh,
versus
very cool.
you have to
there you go.
adjust and try to find like, where is it?
Ah, I see. I see. Okay.
GameCube. I got some here. This is for the 3DS, Stella Glow,
Stella Glow.
made by
Nice.
Atlus, of course. JRPG. I'm the
Mhm.
JRPG guy. And then we got um, because hey, just to celebrate the new Tales game coming out, Tales of Symphonia 2,
Ooh.
Dawn of the New World for
Wii.
the Nintendo Wii.
Mhm.
There you go. This is the sequel to Tales of Symphonia from GameCube.
There's also a
Uh,
PS3 version on the HD.
for the PS3 version, you got 1 and 2 as a
Yeah.
bundle,
Oh,
which is
okay.
weird because they re-released that for the PlayStation 4 with just the first game, which is
Oh,
bullshit.
really?
That
Oh,
was
okay.
dumb
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah,
Man.
that was really dumb with them. Yeah, I
The
mean
first one
they
is
didn't really.
Sir Wolf's favorite game that you were talking shit about.
Yeah. No, seriously, because they didn't really add anything to it. No.
Okay.
And then of course, Gooners be gooning Atelier Yumiya.
Atelier
Okay,
Yumia. Okay. Okay. Atelier.
yeah,
Atelier.
okay.
I don't know. Like, I don't know how to even
Atelier,
pronounce it. Okay. There you go. Okay.
Lear.
Atelier. I think I keep people saying Atelier. Okay.
Atelier. Okay. Got it. Okay.
It's not as jailbaity like the previous one.
Mhm.
Um, you know the one with the short shorts,
Ryza, right?
Ryza, yeah.
Mm.
But this one a bigger ass,
Mm. You should see the statues that come out of Ryza. People are
right?
crazy over her. I know.
Right. But hey, like I said, gooners be gooning.
Oh yeah,
All
absolutely.
right, that's all from me. And then of course we will proceed now to the gaming news. And the biggest news that we have so far, hey, apparently Valve, all right, Valve has officially joined the console wars.
Hmm.
Okay, with their latest announcement as of the date of this recording. Just a few days back, they announced the Steam Machine, aka the Gabe Cube. So hey, I'm not the expert on this. Okay, I don't usually play Steam at all, so I'll leave it to these guys to what their reactions to it. Sir Joel, what? Go.
I have, yeah, I have to admit, I was very surprised. Well, not completely surprised, but I did like the movement that Valve went into this because their Steam Deck has been very successful. A lot of people enjoy their Steam Decks, and I am a huge advocate of Proton, which is the compatibility layer that Steam is putting on its Steam OS, so that it's enabling Steam to be Linux to be able to play Windows-based games. And if the Steam box or Gabe Cube that is going to be coming out is going to be forwarding that cause, I'm all for it. I'm probably going to buy it because of the fact that I want to support the initiative of cross compatibility and eventually porting everybody over from Microsoft Windows into Linux. But yeah, the way it looks, the way it seems that it's going, I do want to get it for to support the initiative of porting people over into Linux because Linux is much more stable, much more stable, much more secure, and I like the idea of open source. Um, but of course, Microsoft is probably not going to take this lying down. They're probably going to come out with their new Xbox, which I hear is supposed to be compatible with it's still very much Windows based, but compatible with all the old Xbox games. I hear all the way back down to original Xbox, which is very cool. So definitely that is going to be a plus in my book. So console wars, PlayStation, Microsoft, Xbox might have died, might have been settled already. But this new potential console war for the battle of the living room and operating systems might be the next big thing. All right, who else has any opinions?
As
I
Sir Jose
actually,
plays. Oh, go,
oh,
go,
sorry.
go, sir. I have to go.
I was just going to say this quite interesting because I actually did used to own. I still have it, the GameCube. I
Oh,
loved
okay.
it. So,
Mhm.
yeah, so
Mm.
I think, or maybe one of the few people that actually have it. But I like the design. It'd be interesting to see what its capabilities, and it's like I think it's good for the consumer. So more competition, which brings more,
Absolutely.
variety. So yeah. Sorry, so Jose, yes.
I think I'm the only one who's not like really looking forward to it. The first time the Steam machines came out, they were expensive. No one bought them. It gets to the point where it's like it's so expensive that it's like, why wouldn't you just buy a proper
PC.
or build one?
Yeah.
That's true.
Do you really need this?
Mhm.
I'm like, I don't like. It was the same thing like Steam machines when they first came out. There was a lot of hype behind them,
Mhm.
but no one bought.
I do remember those days. Yeah, Steam
Yeah, no
machines
one
were
bought them.
everybody. It was being marketed to all the GameStops. Yes.
Mhm. I shared the news in the chat from back then when it was 7 months after the Steam machines came out originally.
Mhm.
They had sold just under 500,000,
Mhm.
so that it wasn't really selling. So, and especially at those prices, like it started at 600,
Yeah.
and then the most expensive one was like 1,500,
Yes.
and literally at that price you could go get a decent PC, or you could build yourself one if
Yes.
you're tech savvy enough and get an even better machine out of that. So
True.
I don't know. I don't think this is a good idea.
Now, looking back, Jose, though, the original Steam machines, what OS were they running?
I do not remember.
Yeah, so this one is definitely going to be running Steam OS, and that is the initiative that I want to support. I mean, a lot of people might also consider that, but of course, a hindrance to that would be the number of games compatible for it, because there's a good number
Oh,
of
it says
games.
it was running SteamOS as well back
Was it?
then.
It was
Yeah.
running SteamOS back then, so I doubt that it was running at 100% compatibility back then. Possibly just 40 or 50% of Steam games back then were compatible with SteamOS.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, is that you have the Steam Deck,
Mhm.
you have the ROG,
Yes.
and all these things, they're like the Switch where they have the portability and there's the dock, so
That's
you
true.
can play it on the TV. So what's
That's
the
true.
point of this thing?
That's true. Yeah, that's also the about the plus of this is the upcoming VR setup that you can connect directly to it rather than
Who plays that?
having Jose does.
Who plays VR?
Mm, Jose does. Yeah. And
How's
Viraj
this
Oh,
It's
okay.
good in VR, huh?
when he connects it when he uses it to browse Tube Galore or something,
There
Anyway.
you go.
Oh, yeah.
How about
And
you,
they,
Juan?
and they
Any
make
opinion? Oh, go ahead.
VR. They make VR point of view videos too.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. How about you, Juan?
For this, I mean, I haven't really been able to kind of keep up with a lot of stuff on what's coming up. This, I mean, I'm not really. I mean, Jose knows it too. I'm not really that big of a PC like mainstream gamer like how you guys are. I mean, my library is pretty much built on stuff that he's gifted me.
Okay.
But then too, I want to get into it, but I mean, granted, I mean, my rig is only can only handle so much.
No
But
worries.
but to even do that, I mean, it's like, dude, TV manufacturers need to add more HDMI ports to their damn TVs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I mean, right now, I mean, on my gaming TV, like my 5 and my Xbox run my 4K ports. Now with the Switch, being more powerful, like, I mean, kind of bogging it out. I'm not getting the full. I'm still not getting the full power from it. So, and then everything else is like, man, we need more ports. But I mean, as this goes, I mean, it's something I probably wouldn't be interested in wanting to get. I mean, not right now. I mean, I can just jump on my computer and double, triple, however many screens I can put on and just have at it.
Okay. And finally, Joe, personally, you're not a PC gamer. Would something like this be of interest to you?
It's interesting, but at the same time, I have some doubts. I have some questions with it because I'm more on the side of Sir Jose here. Because it wasn't just long ago when they released the Steam Deck, and you guys are right. You can run Steam games from there. There's a portability, and you can also dock it. So what's the point of this then? It can. I mean, as far as I know, it can only promise you like a better resolution, but it all depends on your TV anyway.
That's
But
true.
pretty much the same thing as your Steam Deck, really. If you go like if you dock it. Correct me if I'm wrong. What's the maximum resolution that you can go for the Steam Deck that docked? 4K or just 1080p?
I thought it was
1080p, if
1080.
I remember correct. Yeah, if I remember correctly. Yeah, you don't achieve 4K resolutions yet, especially on a
Hmm.
handheld. No, it's not it's not feasible.
So
So
to
yeah.
me, that's the only thing that it will promise you, like
hmm
better resolution, I guess.
hmm
Uh, but as far as playing it, if I'm gonna play it, hey, I have a nice laptop here. I can just go Steam on my laptop,
Very true.
use my PS4 or Xbox controller on it.
Mhm.
I'm good. So
Very true.
like even if I buy this, like what's the incentive? Hmm.
True. Very true. Very true. Yes. Well, yeah. So very, very well thought out and very rational arguments, everybody. That's true. That's true.
I mean, as long as I leave my PC on, I can even run Steam off my PC. I can like mirror it,
Mm,
Yeah.
remote
true.
play
True.
with
Very
the with
true.
the
Oh yeah,
backbone.
the Apple TV has a Steam link app too, so you could just stream your game over to the TV.
Oh, okay. All right. So that's pretty much it for the gaming news of the week, Joe.
That's the gaming news for the week. And of course, that's it, guys. Now joining us in ringside, Sir RV and Sir Juan, leading us to the main event of the show, which is the Pro Wrestling Retro Games. All right. Go on ahead.
So we will be, as we mentioned, we'll be talking about retro wrestling games, and we'll be going from chronological order. So let me just bring up the list. So I believe the games so far that we have on our list is on the Famicom Tag Team Pro Wrestling. We have the Warzone on PS1. We have the Attitude also on PS1, and the Mayhem. Then we go to the N64, which is the WrestleMania 2K. I believe Revenge is actually before No Mercy. No Mercy is actually one of the last N64 wrestling games. And then we move on to the Xbox. And then I think it's Xbox Raw. And then move on to the PS2. Here comes the Pain. SmackDown versus Raw also on the PS2, 2007. And then PS2 All-Stars.
There you go. Oh,
And one thing too, I mean, our conversation on WrestleMania 2K and Revenge is going to be pretty much based off the same concept. It's just
yeah.
one did it more, had more than the other.
We'll also be delving into like the gameplay, as well as what we thought for its time, the rosters, and some fun questions at the end. Like I wanted to ask everyone in the panel their favorite wrestlers and why. And I've actually also prepared just a short little game for everyone, if everyone's up for it. It's a short little game.
Definitely. Yeah,
It's
we're always up for games. Who
am
you
I
talking
of
to?
wrestling?
Yeah.
And there's a special reward for this game. So that's at the
Sounds
very
good.
end. So you got to stay tuned.
Oh, bro, I just listening.
But yes, we'll start with the, I believe, Famicom. Is that correct, Sir Joe? We will
Yes.
start
Oh,
with
yes.
All right. So, for those of you who are familiar with me, I am pretty much the guy who is the younger brother of Juan Ponce. And really, I'm as old as the hills in this panel, and I used to play. Well, disclaimer first: I'm not very good with wrestling games. The reflexes are not there anymore. But when I was younger, I played a couple, and this one was the game that I played on Japanese Famicom, which is better known as the Nintendo Entertainment System in the West. This was a game called Tag Team Pro Wrestling, and no licensed names, no nothing. I don't even know who these characters are, but this was very simplistic. But the simplicity itself lent to a lot of fun to the game. So the basic premise is that you're a tag team of wrestlers who are super deformed. I'm not even sure if they're super deformed, that that's just their regular shapes. I know how wrestlers are shaped in general. So in pro wrestling, so I wouldn't put it past them for that to be their actual human shapes. But yes, two of you go in a ring. You guys bash each other. one thing irritating about this game is it's got standard rules, punches, kicks, throws, and everything. Very simplistically executed as well. um your character, you start off with what they call the Ricky fighters. I don't even know. And you're fighting against the strong bads, and then you are you guys move around the ring, you guys punch at each other, and the punch lands, you get 3 seconds to execute a move. If you want to do a basic attack, you can throw him against the ropes, and then he bounces back against you, and you kind of what do you call that when you have your arm extended to the side and smash his face? I completely forgot what it's called. And yeah,
Closing?
sorry, say again.
Closing?
Clotheslining, yes, yes, that's
Clotheslining,
right.
there we go.
Clotheslining, yeah, that's it.
Oh, I'm
And
sorry. This is Japanese. So lariato.
Lariato.
There you go.
There you go. You got one. And one thing about it
and in
is,
Spanish, putazos. Right?
okay, got it. There you go. You learn new things every day. Very cool. Very cool. And the nice thing about it is, it's if you get held onto by the opponent, your tag teammate can illegally go inside and help you out. But again,
Love it.
you've got 3 seconds to execute a move if you land a punch. There are moments when, if you don't do anything for a little while, your enemy turns red and goes into rage. It's unavoidable. He gets hold of you, he executes a special move. And of course, there's always the ring outs. You get the ring out, there's the steel chair outside. It's very simple. It's very fun. It's very basic, honestly. And that's about as far as it can get. I didn't get to try the multiplayer of it because I was playing by myself. With myself. Anyway, so Jose's face. I see his face changing already. But yes, a very basic starter wrestling game. No names, no nothing. Tag team pro wrestling. If you want a trip down memory lane in terms of video game history, this is one of the earlier ones that you might want to try out. It's very fast paced and very simple. So yeah, opinions, everybody. You guys are looking at the footage right now. A lot of Filipinos might remember this from the deep recesses of their memories as one of the few games that they started off on the Japanese Famicom with. And yeah, anybody who is looking at the footage right now, what are your thoughts?
I mean, detail. I mean, granted, I mean, for its time, I mean, look at, I mean, the fans. I mean, it's constant movement. I mean,
Yes.
I mean, look at, you got the camera guy. The camera guy is just on point. You know, every time you move, he's on it.
Yes.
But then the
Very
count
true.
out, I'm looking at the count out, it's 20 seconds versus 10. That's crazy. A lot of ass kicking. But I mean, honestly, I mean, for its time, I mean, for it being on the Famicom, like, I mean, it's not a bad game. So something I actually might want to try because, you know, it does look fun.
All right. Anybody else?
I think I agree with you there, Sir Joel. It's like for its time, while simplistic, it was quite good, especially on an 8-bit hardware. I believe some of the moves you could do were very basic, such as like the suplex. You could do like a drop kick, body slam,
Yes.
all that. So it had a variety of moves that you could do. And I believe there was also a character that you mentioned previously to me. It was like Ultraman. There's also a character in there as well. So it had a variety of I know it doesn't look like much, but for the time, I think it was really, really good.
But look at how they bounce off the rope, like, you know, the stretch
Yeah.
of the rope. The only thing you're missing is Mario's a referee.
That's true. That's true. And Jose, your opinion. What do you think of it?
I've never played this before, but it looks like something that I probably would have enjoyed as a kid. It's very simplistic, but there is the detail in the characters that you can see to differentiate them. I do like how your partner can come in and attack someone illegally.
Yes.
It's like a fun game, so I might have to give it a try too.
Yeah, definitely. And of course, when I showed this to John, it activated a core memory in him. What do you think, John? Did you play this one in the old days?
Yeah, I played this back in the old days. When I was a kid, I remember I was struggling just to pull off a decent kick and a punch, assuming I can hit the other guy. And for the love of me, regardless of what I did, I can never pull off a special move. Not even a freaking drop kick. Okay, but the computer is pretty much wilder than me. Body slamming me, banging my head against the ringside poles. Yeah, I mean, they're good. And you're lucky the only way that you can win probably is by leading them outside of the ring via count. I don't even know that you can use weapons in here. No.
Well, there's the
I
steel
don't.
chair. No weapons though.
I mean, the
No
pizza
weapons though.
box.
And I don't remember even able tagging my partner in. Like it's
Mhm.
always me. I'm trying to approach my partner. I'm pushing some buttons. Nothing's happening.
Mhm.
So yeah, um, uh, as
Mhm.
much as I love pro wrestling back then,
Mhm.
playing this, I'm like, not the arguably not the best Famicom or NES wrestling game at the time, but hey, it's all we had.
Yeah, and as an alternate, a lot of other Filipinos might remember the other one, similarly named video game called Pro Wrestling for NES or Famicom. This had other characters in it that had a different moves, that had different details. If I remember correctly, a lot of Filipinos might remember the game with Starman. I don't even know if that was an actual wrestler. I like to imagine that it was maybe one of the Japanese celebrity wrestlers from way back when, but this one is also another one that might unlock a core memory in a lot of Filipinos and a lot of old NES players as well. This one was called Pro Wrestling, and yeah, the perspective was more of a top down, not isometric kind of look, and yeah, King Corn Karn. That was another one that showed up in
King
that one.
Kong card.
Yeah, I know. I know, crazy days. I don't even know if they're actual wrestlers, but
In
yeah,
corn carn.
those
There you
King
go.
Corn Card.
Mike
Those are
Tyson
two.
must have played this game. He was
Uh,
biting
uh,
him in the face.
those are the two Famicom games that I do remember that are wrestling games. So Pro Tag Team Pro Wrestling and Pro Wrestling for NES. If you guys want to check out the history of wrestling video games, this is a good place to start. Back to
Well,
you, John. Sorry,
Cody
Retro.
Rhodes was a type of Starman at one point. Remember
Mhm.
Yes,
when he was
yeah,
Yeah,
gold.
starting?
Yeah, yeah,
Stardust. Yeah.
yeah. That's what they call us.
There you go.
Yes.
All
Stardust.
right,
That's
back to you, Retro Vibes.
Thank you, Sir Joel. That was where it all started. You know,
Mm.
games start like this, and they evolve, and we're now moving on to the
Oh wait,
Sega.
I want to
Yes, sir.
acknowledge our chats in Twitch. Morning Hearts is saying, I think this is where I crossed the line because I never played games like this. 94. Okay, so that's fine. Morning Hearts. This is the Timeless Gamer Show. This is where you get introduced to brand new things. And Morning Hearts also says, I love hearing you all talk about things I wasn't ready for. Meh, that's who we are. All right, back to your retro vibes.
Also, I think I saw JDM in the comments as well. He was commenting on the graphics on the legs. So
That's true. That's
shout
true.
out to
Yeah, they're very
JDM. Thank you
wiggly.
for very wiggly. Yes, indeed. Now we're moving on to the Sega, and I believe it's the Raw game that we will be looking into for the next up. So there it is.
All right.
Sega
Okay,
Raw.
so yeah, I'm up. So it's WWF Raw is War for the Sega Mega Drive, and as far as I know, this also came out for the Super Nintendo and the Sega CD and the Sega Game Gear. Arguably, if you want to play the definitive version, then definitely play it on the Sega CD. But for this presentation, I am representing the Mega Drive version of WWF Raw is War, released in 1994. Um, okay, so one of the things I remember playing this game. So you can still do your basic moves like kick and punch. Although when you go for a tie up, it goes like it will show like this meter, like this tug of war meter. The more momentum that goes your way, you'll be able to pull off some of your signature moves. Okay. Uh, in some cases, there's also the mega moves and your finishers. Okay, and those are different. With your finishers, of course, the finisher move definitely it's your finisher. But the developers here added some comical, exaggerated mega moves. Uh, just to add a little bit more variety. One of the things, um, another milestone for this game would be the inclusion of Luna Vision.
Doink.
It's Doink, right? So
Doink.
Luna Vision would be the very first female wrestler ever featured in a wrestling video game. Well, WWF, WWE game. So who do we got for the roster on this one? You got 123 Kid, which is Sean Waltman, known as X-Pac later on. You got Bam Bam Bigelow. You got Bret Hart. You got Big Daddy Cool Diesel, Doink the Clown, Lex Luger, Luna Vachon, like I mentioned, Owen Hart, Razor Ramon, Shawn Michaels, The Undertaker, and of course Yokozuna. And one of the things that I remember as well, because this was one of those things that Shawn Michaels was not even using the switch-in music as his finisher. At the time when this was released, this was like what, 93, 94. Shawn Michaels was using the his teardrop soup. It's like this modified side suplex. They call it teardrop suplex. And then it was later changed into the switch-in music by the time when In Your House WWF In Your House was released back in the arcade and the PS1. So when we say what's the best wrestling game as far as the Sega consoles are concerned, despite Saturn and despite Dreamcast, most people would say, stick with Raw is War for the Sega Genesis or the Sega CD. Don't even bother with the Game Gear one, really. My favorite wrestler to choose from the roster in this game would be Razor Ramon, because out of all of the finishers here, he's the unique one because he's using the Razor's Edge, the Crucifix Power Bomb. Out of everyone here in this roster, he's the best power move that you can pull off. Oh, there you go, the teardrop suplex. And of course, if you really want to win without someone kicking out, just go by submission. Either use Owen Hart or Bret Hart. Use a sharpshooter. That's it for me, really. Thoughts, gentlemen?
I like how it leaned into the. Oh, go ahead, Retro.
Oh yeah, sorry. I was just going to for I've never played this, but looking at it looks really cool. And that looks funny. that move.
Yeah,
like
those are the mega moves that you can. Those are the mega moves that kind of make it look funny.
But no, it looks
very,
really
very
cool.
hard to pull off, really. The mega moves here, it's like you're pulling off like fatalities from Mortal Kombat, like different button combinations, really.
Was there also like weapons in this one, like chair swings or like chairs,
Yes.
for example?
Yep. The usual. You got the chairs, you got the ring bell. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Those are the two that I can remember. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, very good. Yeah. I think by looking at looks very nice. Like I said, I've never played it, but I think it's something I would definitely give a try. It's nice to see that they've got a lot of wrestlers. So you said Bret Hart and got the sharpshooter. I think at the time, if I remember, Shawn Michaels was using like a flying elbow before he was using the switch-in music, which I think is in this game. And you've also got like
one of his signature moves. Yes.
Yes, and Luna Vachon. I didn't know that. That's a nice little fun fact that you mentioned there. But no, it looks really good. Your thoughts, gentlemen?
I like how it leaned into the silliness with the mega moves. But this game, like going from the Famicom one, super detailed, very colorful. It really brings back memories because you see like wrestlers from back in the day, from when I used to watch as a kid. So like Doink. I don't remember the last time I thought about Doink the Clown.
Well, I mean they're doing, and I mean right now I know we're back in retro, but I mean on 2K25 when you do the My Rise, they're doing a Doink the Clown thing. It's hilarious.
Continue. one of the things that the wrestling games, of like we're doing this right now, it
Hmm.
shows what the roster was like back in those days. Like for example, in Raw, the wrestlers here being featured is back during the new generation era.
Mm.
Okay, so you can really tell how dated the you can tell how old the game is based on the current roster that they show.
They're
Sir
almost like
Joel.
his yeah, they're almost like historical documents actually when you stop
Mhm.
and think about it. Yeah, they're a good way to track how the progress of the sport went throughout the years. And on a personal note, this is perfect on as an example to show how big of a leap the difference was between the Japanese Famicom slash NES into the Sega Genesis era was. Like I said, during my video game formative years, after I played Famicom, the heck out of Famicom, when I first saw the Sega Genesis in a store and I saw how different and how much more detailed the graphics were, it completely blew my mind. This compared to pro tag team pro wrestling, you guys, this it would blow the mind of any kid that would have seen it. So as a historical document, it's amazing. The move sets, the colors, the cartoony style of the moves that are being pulled off, it would just have completely made me go crazy as a child. So yes, this one it would have been a lot of fun for me during the time.
Yeah, and
Interesting
not to mention.
to.
Oh,
Oh,
go,
sorry.
Sir Harvey,
So
go.
it's interesting to
Oh
I'm
no,
just
no.
looking through
I was just gonna mention it's really nice to like to play a wrestling video game that shows individuality, like a personality. Because
Mhm.
back in the Famicom days, it's
Or a cult
just
of personality
one
then.
wrestler. No, no, because you got back in the old days, but on the 8-bit era, it's
Mhm.
just one wrestler.
Mm.
All of the wrestlers are just pretty much moving the same,
Mhm.
just a different skin.
That's
Like
true.
they all share the same moves. Nothing else was there at the time when the 16-bit era came in. Uh, the addition of signature moves and the finisher moves. You know you're playing the wrestler. The mere fact that you can pull off a sharpshooter, the tombstone pile driver, uh, the razor's edge, jackknife powerbomb, banzai drop, the stomp puller, teardrop suplex. You know what I mean? I mean, it's like you're performing their signature and their finishing moves, you know you're playing your favorite wrestler.
Mhm.
Like you're actually like at the time when you're watching the actual wrestling shows, then playing these games, you know you're playing the wrestler, right? Because adding those signature and finishing moves. So Harvey, go.
I was just going to jump in and say a good thing that you mentioned wrestlers because I'm just looking at the roster now. I thought it'd be interesting to see who was on, and there's actually one name that I'm surprised I didn't see, and it's Hulk Hogan. Is this right, so Joe? There's
At
no
the
Hulk Hogan.
time,
At the time, he was
time,
WCW.
Yeah, that's right. He moved
recording
the W.
WW
Yes.
when this got released. Oh no, this was '94. I think he was
Yes.
doing Trouble in Paradise. No, no, not Tropic Thunder. I think he was doing some movies at the time before he got
Oh,
signed
Suburban
in.
Commando.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He was
Mhm.
doing Three Ninjas.
Oh,
I
Three
think
Ninjas.
Mm.
Oh my
in
goodness,
that
yeah.
year, I
I
think it was
think
in the
yeah, I think Hulk
1994.
Hogan was doing Hollywood movies at the time before he was
Oh,
officially signed in WCW.
WC,
Mm.
because
Yeah, I
obviously
think he
that.
came like around 96. What was it, 95 or 96 when he came out? Mm.
Oh, okay, interesting, interesting. Yeah, I just thought that was interesting that he wasn't there. Obviously, I remember him. He
Mm.
moved to WCW, and obviously, I think most of you know that the famous bash at the beach where he revealed himself as the third man. And yeah, I think that was one of the. I think if you ask any wrestling fan, is one of the greatest heel turns. Again, the
Hey,
subject.
uh, uh, next best thing, you got Macho Man Randy Savage, but only in the Game Gear version.
Now, mm,
Yeah.
interesting,
Oh
interesting.
yeah.
But with this though,
Oh,
I mean, granted, I mean, I see this and it instantly brings me to the arcade version of WrestleMania.
mm.
Same concept, the same concept. But like, I mean, like it too, like Jose was saying too, and it's like very detailed, colorful. You can tell who's who. Like Like I can look at it without any names and know that that was Razor Ramon and Bam Bam Bigelow. Like I don't know, I played this game. I mean, a few times because, like I said, once WrestleMania 2K came out, then that was my shit. But I mean, I do.
Oh, go ahead.
Right. I mean, but time to time, I will turn on, WrestleMania and give it a play. I mean, because it was hella fun. I like the odds that they stacked up on you. It was 1-on-1, and then you progressed, and it was 1-on-2, you progressed, and 1-on-3. It's so fun.
I think the only thing that I have an issue with, or I think is kind of funny, is that Bam Bam Bigelow and Yokozuna are like the same size as all the other guys when they're obviously bigger wrestlers.
Yeah.
Yokozuna was bigger.
Yeah.
So I'm like, could they not do it? Like, I want to know what's the story there? Like, why they decided just to make them the same?
They ran out of their.
All of them like pretty much the same height.
Yeah.
Like even like Diesel, right? Pretty much the
Except
same
for
height as like one.
The rep is shorter as he gets knocked out. But they probably ran out of their 200 megabytes of space, so they couldn't make him any bigger.
Which I call bullshit. They're just lazy.
Probably.
And Luna has the same body build as the other guys,
right?
With just boobs. Anyway,
Yeah, it looks really.
You know what? Bret Hart doing the sharpshooter on Luna looks so wrong. like Bret Hart looks like you're like he's gonna hump you. All right. Next game.
Next game. So we are moving on to the PS1 now. So it is Warzone on the PS1. I believe this came out in around about 1998. So we'll be looking at Warzone now.
So Warzone for the PS1, it also had a 64 version and a Game Boy Color version. But I'm specifically talking the PS1. It was released July 24th, 1998. And I used to play the hell out of this game against my brother and my cousins because it was at a time when we were super into wrestling. So this is the game that spent a lot of time inside the PlayStation. I want to say I did play more. Like we played it a lot, but I honestly played SmackDown 1 and 2 on PS1 more. But this is just the very first one I played, and it's the one with that sticks out the most in my mind. The game had a single player mode called WWF Challenge, where you could go up against other wrestlers for their titles. And it was a cool thing too, is because just like in real life, you would have the wrestler who wanted the rematch, so you'd have a grudge match, and it'd either usually be with weapons or in a cage match that they would come after you to get their belt back. This game did have voice commentary that was done by Jim Ross and Vince McMahon. It's other modes in the game. There was a free for all. You could do 2-on-2 cage matches, tornado tag team, and then I'm not sure about the 64 games, but in this game you could create a wrestler, male or female. Yes. The only drawback to that was that you basically had to choose a moveset from one of the characters in the game, so you couldn't just make your own. Yeah, and you couldn't customize your moves, so you were either Owen Hart, Triple H, or The Rock, just your made-up character. The game had a unique at the time system where you could grapple and then input a command to do different moves, and the move that was done was also dependent on the position of the opponent. So if you grabbed him from behind, the side, on the floor, and then momentum played a big part in this game, where the crowds would cheer you when you were doing really good, and they would boo you if you're doing bad, or if you constantly repeated the same moves, you would lose momentum. So like if you just kept doing freaking suplexes, the crowd would be like, "No, this guy's boring. Like, what the hell? Like, we don't want to watch this." So you'd have to actually vary it up, or it would work against you if you didn't. So it wasn't like fighting games where you could just spam the same thing over and over again. And then this game had a number of ways you could actually win, because you could win by pinfall, submission, count out, DQ. And then if you ran out of the time that is at the top, it was called the Decree of Vince McMahon. And he would usually tell you who won. And usually they went with whoever still had the most health, like in other fighting games. For this one, the roster included, you had Ahmed Johnson, Bret Hart, the British Bulldog, Farouk, Goldust, Kane, Ken Shamrock, Mankind, Mosh, Owen Hart, The Rock, Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold, Thrasher, Triple H, and The Undertaker. And then this game also had some secret characters you could unlock. So you could unlock Cactus Jack, Dude Love, and then they had some like random characters in there too. They had someone named Pamela, which was just an iguana employee with Triple H's moveset. They had the Rattlesnake, which was just a stronger Stone Cold wearing jeans. You could be one of the ring girls called Sue, but then she had Bret Hart's moves. You could be the little trainer in the training mode, which was based off of one of the game testers. And he had the British Bulldogs movesets. And then also, but you could only unlock them with the Game Shark. You could be Turok in this game. I don't know whose moveset he had, though. I did not look that up.
Turok, Son of Stone, from the old Gold Key comics?
I guess.
Okay.
He's the same one from the Dinosaur Hunter game, right?
From the Dinosaur Hunter game. Yeah. Turok, Son of Stone. Okay, wow. Very cool. Okay.
Yeah. So this game had a lot going for it back then. Looking at it now, it doesn't look the greatest. And especially when you look at the faces up close, like some of them look fucking weird as fuck. It almost looks like they just kind of just like got a picture and tried to stretch it over polygons. Because if you look at The Rock, like straight on, he looks fucking weird.
Does he have his eyebrow?
No, it's like his face almost looks like they forgot to stretch it down. So his face is like up here, like they didn't position it correctly. So, but I had a lot of fun with this game. I never played the 64 version, so I don't know exactly what the difference is. But the PS1 one, it was like the one time we broke out the multi-tap.
But this one, I didn't play this one because I was actually playing another game on the Dreamcast, which is what I had at the time. But this one, like I said, we'll get into the game that kind of still lays out when I have the floor. But still, regardless for the time, it was still a fun game. Like no matter what, you were playing.
A shout out to Morning Hearts in the chat. He's enjoying us talking about these retro wrestling games. Hi, shout out to you, Morning Hearts. And also shout out to JD. He says British Bulldogs promos in the game was whack. He looks and acts like he's had a few beers, don't we all?
No. There's some certain truth to that. When they did the challenge promos, so in challenge mode, apparently they're doing these promos before you fight them, and they all of the wrestlers recorded their scripted promos inside a sound stage. So to you guys that know and played Warzone, you know what I'm talking about. It sounds like they were talking inside the can. That's the sound quality, right? And the British Bulldog was at the time when they recorded it. The rumor has it he smoked some crack, of course, and he was sweating. He was tweaking a lot. He was looking all over the place. He's not looking directly at the camera, like he's reading his cue cards that you can tell. So yeah, to all of you guys who remember, there's YouTube. You can check them out. Look at how British Bulldog did his promos. Not very convincing. Go on ahead.
I like the now that we're moving on to like the was it PS1, you can see like how the graphics are improving. Like now it's like 3D as compared to like you got the 8-bit and the 16-bit. It's very very detailed. You can clearly see who the wrestlers are, and I think I don't think I've ever played this particular one. I'm still a bit too young. I think I was watching wrestling. I think at this stage, but this wasn't. I guess it wasn't a game I particularly played, unfortunately. But I remember. I can see there on the because Joe's showing the footage if you're watching on the live stream. Looks very good, and like I said, you can see all the characters and the wrestlers from there. So
I remember a funny story about this game. When this came out, oh, fun fact. So Bret Hart was still in this game. At the time when this game was released, Montreal Screwjob already happened. So he was already out from the WWF. So the developers didn't really remove him from the game. They just left him in there. Okay. So I was in my second year high school when this game came out, and I remember one of my classmates brought this sheet of paper with some of the finishers of the wrestlers, because at the time, all we had like gaming magazines, right? And if you press the start button, it will show you the move list of the moves that you can do per each wrestler, but the finishers were not included in there. So you have to guess. Either you have to guess or you have the manual uh, from the original game, or by reading a magazine, right? So this classmate of mine got this sheet of paper with all of those finishers were written in there. I photocopied it, and then used them on the game. I was happy, but then I realized, oh, not all of the wrestlers were written in there. So what I did, I spent like weeks playing this game, trying to discover the wrestlers' finishing moves myself. I discovered Goldust, uh, the Curtain Call. I discovered Farouk's Dominator. I discovered British Bulldogs running Power Slam. I discovered the Mosh Pit, Thrasher's Stage Dive, Goldust.
Oh, that looks like Joe lost connection. All right.
lost Joe.
While we're waiting for him to come back, I wanted to address one of the messages here in the chat. Morning Hearts did say, "What do y'all think about how older graphics are becoming popular niche as of late?" I'm all for it, actually, Morning Hearts, because I like the idea that people aren't just going to be going for the aesthetic, but they'll also be wondering, wow, this looks like an old game. I wonder what other fun old games are back in the day. So I'm always on a positive on that one. I like that one. And people really love PS1 graphics. Yeah, they do. PS1 graphics might not be as pretty as now as what you're looking at nowadays with the PS5 and everything, but they had a certain charm to it because you saw how much they were able to pull out of what limited resources they had and what magic they were able to create with it. So yeah, Morning Hearts, that's a really good question. And we have Joe back. Go ahead, Joe.
No. What I was saying, yeah, I discovered those moves by myself, written that, and then updated that list, and then I gave it to my classmate. Here you go. Here's the complete finishing move list. Fuck you. Oh, so there was also this myth that you can do the rocks people's elbow in this, but no, you can only do the rock bottom. Believe me, I tried. Like I tried all sorts of combinations. I tried running manually, but no, there's still people's elbow in here. He only started using the people's elbow like back in 1998, 99, which was shown in, I think, Attitude. But next game, speaking of which,
Yeah, speaking of which, I think Attitude is the next game.
Yeah,
And
Attitude is the next game.
yes.
So with that, so WWF Attitude came out essentially less than a year later than Warzone. Pretty much picked up where Warzone left off, and then just added, a few more things to it. So but right now, the game is also playable on the 64. What else? Game Boy Color. Which, a fun fact for Game Boy Color, if you wanted to save the damn game, you needed a password every time. And then PS1. But with this, like I said, they kept the same concept as Warzone and just added new features. So what they did was they changed, the challenge mode that game had, and then they did what the fuck? They added career mode. As you can see, same concept. Looks a little bit smoother, a little bit faster than what Warzone was. They, did a lot of house show stuff. They introduced First Blood and I Quit matches in this one. What else? The roster that was a part of it, got a little bit bigger. Let's see. So with this one, you had playable characters as Al Snow, Big Boss Man, Billy Gunn, Bradshaw, Christian, China, D'Lo Brown, Dr. Death, Draws, Edge, Farouk, Gangrel, Goldust, Grandmaster Sexy. Even playable character was Al Snow's little head figure. You had Jacqueline, Jeff Jarrett, King, Kane, Shamrock, Mankind, Mark Merrow, Mark Henry, Mosh, Owen Hart, Road Dogg, Sable, Sergeant Slaughter, Shawn Michaels, Steve Blackman, Stone Cold, Taka Michinoku. You had, does anybody know where this comes from? Anybody guess that character? No?
The Godfather?
Shit.
There you go, Godfather. You had The Rock, Thrasher, Triple H, and The Undertaker. And then as like secret characters, you had the training figure.
Oh.
And then Head. You're missing one? But with this one, the variety of characters that they did offer, got better. They added more. And then one thing I liked about this one that they added from Warzone is that, as you were playing, wrestlers had their own little, catchphrases that they would say, like Stone Cold. Like, just talking shit as you're going along. Commentary on this game too, was done by Jerry the King Lawler. And at this time, it wasn't Vince, Shane McMahon. So they switched it up. But I remember playing this one a lot. Granted, one of my first wrestling games on PS1. But that was, after I was playing a shit ton of Metal Gear Solid. Haha. I'm trying to think more stuff on it.
How's the Create a Wrestler? I believe that was.
I never did the Create a Wrestler because, like I said, I was just more into using one. I used Stone Cold the most out of everybody. I gave everybody else a chance. Also, too, this on this platform of the game, they added, how the New Age Outlaws used to come in. Road Dogg used to be singing, so they added that as an entrance, and it also had full entrances versus Warzone. What else? There was a fun fact too that I read on this a while ago. Even though that they weren't playable characters in the game, Matt and Jeff Hardy did a lot of motion capture.
Oh,
Yeah.
So what else? Oh my god, I'm trying to think. Let's see. What else? I know that you had opportunities too, for certain titles, European, Intercontinental, the WWF title. Like I said, and then they introduced, like I said, First Blood matches and I Quit, which is right there. Making King tap out. I'm going to have, I want to dive back into this because, like I said, it's been so long since I played it. Yeah. Anybody else has anything that sounded like? I'm trying to think more as I go too.
Well, it certainly seems much more detailed than the previous game. Definitely, the move sets are, well, actually the movements are much smoother from the look of it. You're right, Juan.
It's a
It
little
does.
bit fast, like it's a little bit faster than what it was in Warzone. But as you can tell, everybody still has the same stance. Everybody's hands are still
Mm.
doing the same thing.
The stock animations are pretty much
Yeah.
the same, right? Okay, got it. Mhm. Oh, and the logo at at the bottom left of the game, like JDM JDM said in the chats earlier, do not mention WWF or you'll get sued. Anyway,
When it sucks if you had a plasma TV and you play this
mm.
game, that logo was stuck there for days.
Oh my goodness. Okay,
The burning was
the
terrible.
burn in. Yes, that's true. All right, all right. So anybody else? Any other opinions?
No, the sharpshooter looks good. The finishes looks good. Like you mentioned, the stacked roster. There was so many
Mhm.
people you mentioned in that roster, and and it looks like it's got a variety of moves. It looks very good indeed.
Jose, nothing.
This game kind of looks familiar. Because I do remember Head being a playable character. But I can't remember if I really played this one or not. It looks really familiar, but it looks like something I would have played. So I might have to see. I might even have it. I don't even know, honestly. So I'll have to check it out.
It's a good, like I said, it's
I
pretty much
remember.
like I said, Warzone,
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah. I remember when GamePro magazine announced that this game was coming out, and me and my high school best friend were really hyped for this one. So much that when this game finally came out, we had to share our money just to buy the GamePro magazine for the move list for everyone for all the wrestlers. Because back in Warzone, the finishers were not really included in the move list, right? So we bought it, and lo and behold, it was for the Dreamcast version, not for the PlayStation One. Wank wank. And apparently, there are some differences between the two. Although, for all of you guys out there, if you really want to play the definitive version of Attitude, play it on the Dreamcast. There are some differences in the moves, but essentially, you're getting a little bit more enhanced version of the game. Um, the finishers are included in here in the move list. As long as you know the correct positioning of your wrestler and your opponent, you'll see it there. Okay. And another tidbit from this game. So I think this game came out of like 99 or
99.
early 2000,
It was less than a year
and after Warzone,
Yeah.
and then over in your house, Over the Edge happened, which that's the time when
Venus.
yeah, that was the time when Owen Hart's death, unfortunately, the unfortunate accident at the time. So the developers were not sure whether to keep him in the game or just remove him out of respect. And they voted just to keep him there as a tribute to him. That's why when you play the first few minutes of Attitude, there's a tribute there to Owen
Mhm.
Hart. Which to me, I'm okay with it though. I mean, it's just, I mean, how many games are there that shows Owen Hart, right? Um, Aside from that, yeah, I played this game like quite a lot when it came out. Like I think more so compared to Warzone. What I like about this game is they introduced the stable match. Like
Yes.
you can have all four members of D Generation X versus all four members of the Ministry of Darkness, led by the Undertaker, D Generation X, led by Triple H, and then you got the Brood, which is Gangrel, Edge, and Christian, and you can add someone in there, and then you got Who else? The Nation of Domination, which led by Farouk. Right. So yeah, I always pit them together for some reason. So it's like so you can have four stables fighting each other. One guy for each team will fight. So there's four of you in there in the ring, and it's elimination style. Whoever gets eliminated by pinfall and submission, go to the back, and then the next person comes out. So the team that has the most members that will survive technically will be awarded the winner. Yeah, yeah. Like I play simulation. Like I don't even play. I just put it like CPU versus CPU. I just watch them.
You're having your own house show. Your own house
It's in a
show.
house show, right? And you can also put like finishers only or first blood rules. I usually go with finish. You can only eliminate your opponent by doing a finisher, like finishers only. So I'm sitting there watching as whoever pulls off their finisher first. It's so I don't know. It's so fun watching the computer pull off a like finishers on each other. It's just fun. I mean, without you actually doing the effort, like I might be making a sandwich or cooking something, and I'm just watching them. Like, hey, this is the next best thing, rather than watching uh, Roy's War in cable. Anyway, back to you guys.
And then too, I mean, as you're saying, I forgot to like the creative stable was a part of this one, and also the creative pay-per-view.
Right.
Speaking on Owen Hart, were you guys watching live when that happened?
I remember watching Over the Edge in pay per view. This was like this in the Philippines, Sir Joel. So we got home cable at the time. So for all of the WWF, I'm not afraid. I ain't scared of you, mofos. Uh, so Star Sports will show all of the pay per view stuff of WWF, and I remember watching Over the Edge when that happened, and I think they cut that off
Yes.
from the feed. They cut that off. So so when it was happening, when it was happening live in pay per view in the States, the pay per view companies there's this certain delay.
Yeah, there's
Either
a short delay.
either they cut them off or just went to commercial. Yeah,
Okay.
which this was a pay per view, so I don't think there's a commercial. I think they just cut them off entirely.
Yeah, just got cut off. Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Mm.
I remember that one actually. Yeah,
I do
did
too.
see
Me and my friend were watching it live when it happened.
Oh,
Yeah. For a minute the camera like they turned off that camera, and it was just a camera like near the audience, like where you couldn't really see anything, and then they just focused on the announcers and didn't.
and I think it was Jim Ross at the time. He kind of made an announcement saying this is terrible.
I mean,
sorry what happened.
I think I remember some footage, like it's just the camera just panning on the crowd, but they didn't really like did a close up on Owen's body. Unfortunately, yeah. Well, it would have scared the folks watching,
True.
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And
Although
they
the yeah,
Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
go, sir.
I was also
Oh,
going to
no,
say
I
that
didn't.
they did. They it might have been caused them a penalty because injury, death. Once it's broadcast, it might cause penalty for a broadcaster. So
Correct.
anyway.
As a pay per view, yeah, for in the pay per view business, yeah, they don't wanna risk that. Although there were talks of, okay, do we have to continue the show or
Yeah.
do we stop entirely? It's a death.
Yeah.
Like, but they decided to continue the show. So
Right.
when the accident happened, all of the matches that followed, like all of the wrestlers were pretty much, you know,
Distraught.
for that word, they were like spooked or rattled.
Mm.
Like there's something going on in there, but hey, we have to continue the show as is. Yeah,
I
terrible,
actually
terrible
have a
accident.
video on my YouTube channel that kind of delves into this, and I have a lot of comments, people saying, "I was actually there," blah blah blah. I remember, and there was commenting saying, "Oh, I was there. The lights cut off for a second, and then you just see Owen Hart kind of like in the stretcher, and they're kind of just wheeling him off. And as he's going off, I think it was in a documentary, like Vince was like, "Okay, who's next? Who's next?" Because I believe it was like the third. It was the third last match, so there were still 2 matches after
Yeah, there were
that.
still 2 matches. Yeah.
Yeah, there were still 2 matches.
I think Austin was not even. I think Austin was next
Yes.
to come out of there, and Mankind, McFoley.
I also
Yeah.
remember, I think Jeff Jarrett had to cut a promo, and I can't
Yeah.
remember who's his manager was. Like, it was a lady, I think. And then you can see them kind of like
I was Deborah.
struggling to just
Yeah.
cut the promo, and I can't imagine what the wrestlers went out there and just to continue on. People also in the comment, there was a little war in the comments when I posted this video. Like, people were saying, "Oh, why didn't they refund the money?" Well, they're more than halfway through the show.
Yeah.
It's not like they can't give you back. You've already watched more than half the show. They can't give you back your money, unfortunately.
Well, I mean, they had the choice.
Yeah.
I mean,
I-
hey, Vince had the choice to do it, but
He
chose
did.
not to.
Correct.
Hmm.
I think a lot of people in when I posted the video.
I mean, he didn't have to, but yeah, he didn't. Still, he didn't.
Yeah. I guess there's also kind of like the moral aspect where, like, I think Bret Hart wasn't with the WWF at the time, so he
He was
wasn't
already in
with-
WCW by this time. Yeah.
Yeah, so he was with WCW. So, and in this docket, I remember seeing that he found out on a plane, I believe, and
He was.
and I believe he mentioned, he said, Bret Hart said, if that was Shane McMahon, his own son, would he have continued the show?
The show.
And then it
Fucking
cuts
no.
to Vince McMahon, and Vince McMahon says, "Yes, I would have continued the show if it was his own son that died." So yeah,
He could have said that, but if it really happened, I doubt it.
yeah. And you never know with Vince McMahon. He always says these crazy stuff, and does crazy stuff.
It's crazy
Oh,
though,
no,
going back and like even listening to Jeff Jarrett cutting that promo, man. Like you can like he had to keep.
He was in tears.
And it was even just like going back and look at it now. It's like, man, dude, like it's crazy, dude. Like just then, how professional they are and how to like try to keep their composure, through something like that. And like I said, like Vince wanted to keep the fucking show going. Like, I mean, okay, realistically, something like that happens. I mean, fucking stop. Okay, sorry, we're done. Like you how do you think the wrestlers are going to be? Knowing that one of their fellow, their friend, family. They've been together for years. How are they going to feel trying to wrestle and be out here to entertain people? It's gonna be fucking emotional. Like, oh my god, you're going to walk up and try to hit your move and just bust out crying. But let's say give it to them for the composure that they had to keep through something like that. And it's crazy because I didn't watch the show, but I remember going back to school, and my friend was like, "Dude, the Blue Blazer, he's gone." I'm like, "What the fuck?" So like I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "He died during the show." I'm like, "Oh," I was shocked because I think too that match too wasn't he was going for the IC title against the Godfather, wasn't he?
It was.
Yeah,
It was.
And then
It was it was a title match. Yeah.
So-
I remember. So Brett's already gone to WCW.
Mhm.
Anvil followed, and then Bulldog followed. Brian Pillman's already dead during this time. Then Owen, and then Bulldog died after. Was the next one to die.
Mhm.
Spoilers. and then and then Anvil died years later. Brett is the only one left as a co-living member of the Heart Foundation.
Yeah.
After this day, at the day of this recording, Bret Hart's the only one left in the Heart Foundation.
Shout out to JDM. He said, my parents were watching the French Open when it happened, and he was busy playing video games when it happened.
Of course, you were. You're playing. You're playing WCW. Speaking of which,
we will be moving on. Or would you like to take an ad break? We're pretty much halfway through the show, so yeah, we only got yeah.
I know the game is not on here, but I know Joe, you was saying, talking about the rock bottom in Warzone. So the rock bottom, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't introduced until the first SmackDown game on PS1. It's when they introduced not the rock bottom, the People's Elbow.
the People's Elbow, yeah. But you can get the People's Elbow in this one as a signature move, though.
200, because I'm trying to remember what came first. Was it? I'll have to look at the timeline, but I mean, I know that's when they made it real flashy and camera flashing.
Yeah, the one with the hand. Yeah, it's on the SmackDown. Although in attitude, all he does is just the elbow, really. Mm. Nothing of the showmanship, which is that's the People's Elbow that we know. Okay, so we'll do let's just do a quick ad break, and then we will move on to the next game, according to Sir JDM. So don't go away, guys. Just wait and see. We'll be back after this brief messages. Do you like playing video games? Do you like reading about history? Do you like learning about video game history? Then you should give yourself the gift of owning some video game history books from BitMap. Since 2014, BitMap Books have published numerous colorful and well-detailed hardbound books about video games ranging from the different video game consoles of old and the various video game genres that will surely pique the interest of its core fanbase. BitMap's team of global video game journalists, players, and illustrators have produced numerous award-winning titles that celebrate the software, hardware, and developers that laid down the foundations for the billion-dollar video game industry we all know and love today. International shipping is also available with careful and considerate packaging from BitMap Books. If you don't want to take my word for it, then you can believe the people, almost 10,000 satisfied customers who submitted their glowing written reviews and video reviews after receiving their books from BitMap. By ordering your first BitMap book using our link, you will also be supporting the Timeless Gamers Show in spreading our love of video games and their rich history. Start your own online live streams, webinars, podcasts, online classes, and virtual presentations with Streamyard. By using Streamyard's user-friendly interface, you can also do simultaneous multi-streaming if you have accounts to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and other platforms. If live streaming is not your style, video and audio recordings are also available, especially with those who have variable and inconsistent internet connections. The finished output will still come out as clear and well articulated exactly as you originally intended. You can also customize the appearance of your presentation, like green screen effects, facial touch-ups to smoothen out those facial blemishes, multiple cameras for multiple guests joining in the discussion, your own wallpaper on the background, adding your own logo as a watermark, sharing videos from your own computer or other website for added visual aids with or without audio, uploading your own background music if you wish to set the mood when talking, and lots more. Before you can enjoy all of the wonderful full features of StreamYard, you can start with a 14-day free trial by using our link. Not only that you are supporting the Timeless Gamer Show, but you can see it for yourself how easy it is using StreamYard.
Let's gamers, and welcome back to the wrestling video game episode part 2. And my first game of choice is going to be WCW Mayhem for the PS1. This game was released in 1999 and was published by Electronic Arts. And for the first time, the PS1 finally had a WCW game that was in actual 3D. You can now move in 8 different directions, unlike in WCW Nitro and WCW Thunder. Those games, which is just limited to 2.5D. WCW Mayhem allows you to play different wrestlers from different factions like WCW, NWO Wolfpack, NWO Hollywood, the Four Horsemen, Cruiserweight, and Hardcore. There are also several wrestlers that you need to unlock when conditions are met. For example, winning the World Heavyweight title in a very hard difficulty. And if I recall correctly, this is also the first time where you can actually run backstage, like the locker room, corridors, and even the boiler room. And aside from using attacks and grapples, you can also pummel your opponents with weapons such as chairs, hammers, and the infamous stun button that was used by Scott Hall to dethrone Bill Goldberg as the World Heavyweight Champion in December of 1998. For some reason, the game didn't use life or energy bars, but instead it used a power meter where players can try to increase or decrease, like playing a tug of war. When a player has a flashing bar, they can now unleash their wrestler's finishing move. Another unique feature in WCW Mayhem is the ability to enter codes or cheat codes to play predetermined matches like in pay-per-view style. I remember WCW Monday Nitro broadcasts different codes each week so players can input it in the game and play different matches and wrestlers. Unfortunately, WCW Mayhem didn't get the love it truly deserved. Maybe this was apparently it was due to the plummet of WCW from the Monday Night Wars and the rising popularity of WWF games like Attitude and the well-known SmackDown franchise. All in all, albeit the slow-paced gameplay and inaccurate hit detection, WCW will always be in my top wrestling video games of all time. And me and my cousins had fun playing this game, and I will always be a WCW fan for life.
It's freaking hilarious that JDM actually commented on his own video. It says it was December 98, not 99, you fool. It's like he corrected himself with the video. That's funny. And very, very happy that JDM was able to grace us with his presence, even on a video format. This is what we encourage with our members here in Timeless Gamer Show. Heck, we even extend the whole thing to the audience. If you guys have an interesting take on anything that we talked about, send in your videos. We might play it in the show. All right. Back to you, Retro Vibes.
Thank you, Sir Joe, and thank you, Sir JDM. I do remember playing WCW Mayhem, and you'd love to hear that I actually love. I first watched WCW before WWF. Obviously, this was during the Monday Night Wars, and I love this game. So clean, so fluid. The finishes look great. I particularly like using Sting. Sting was one of my favorite characters, just one of my favorite wrestlers. So I used him a lot. You had like your standard matches, your tag team, your triple threat, your handicaps. You had the iconic, Nitro Thunder, Saturday Night, all the cool arenas that you saw watching on TV that you get to play them now. And you get to, when I was playing, I kind of like made my own story. Oh, I'm going to go fight this guy because, he did this to me or whatever. So I had a lot of fun playing it. What do you guys think about Mayhem?
Mayhem was cool. I mean, I enjoyed when I played it, but I didn't play it much. I was, like I said, more on the, I liked wrestling, but I was more on the WWF side. I was, more, like I said, the Monday Night Wars, that right there, it brings back memories. Like even watching when DX came into town on the tank. That shit was fun. But I really didn't, like I said, play Mayhem, as much. Because I'd pick Revenge over Mayhem. That's just me personally.
Did you prefer WCW, like the programming, as compared to WWF at the time?
Playing this, as a kid, I really never like looked at it like that. I mean, I just played to play. Like, I mean, the game was just overall just fun. You know, I found something that, you know, sparked my interest and wanted to play it.
I know for me there was a point where I because I grew up and I was watching WWF first, late 80s, early 90s, and there was a point where I did switch and I was exclusively just watching WCW. I don't remember why or how, like what was the reasoning behind it. But I know it was around the time the Goldberg had that streak going.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember seeing him lose it.
Yeah.
And
don't know what was more sad, him losing his streak or Undertaker losing his streak.
And then I don't know when I jumped back for a bit back to WWF. I think it was still at the time. I'm not sure. And then I kind of just dropped off, and then I'm kind of just nowadays I'm like here and there, like I'll jump in, watch it, and then I fall off again. But I really want to get back into it because it's really fun. Like I know a lot of people complain about like modern wrestling now compared to back then, but like you kind of just have to get in that mindset, and then like it's really enjoyable to watch. So I really want to get back into it. But this game, I want to say the only WCW game I ever played was the WCW NWO Revenge. That was the only game I played. That one and World Tour. Those are the only two I ever played when WCW. But this one, it looks like it would have been fun to play. I might have to check it out.
It was fun, don't get me wrong, but like I said, I mean, just, you know, I don't know, comparing the gameplay between this and Revenge, it's totally different. You know, granted, I mean, the time went up on it, you know what I'm saying? They try to get more detailed with, you know, movement wrestlers. This Penta wannabe. Kidding. But I mean, as you were saying, though, as you were getting in and falling off, like, you know, what kept me WWF is like, you know, dude, the fucking Attitude Era has to be one of the best eras of all time. Like when it comes to hands down wrestling, you know, CW was doing that, but yeah, you know, I'd watch WCW because you know, I had favorite wrestlers like Goldberg. You know, fun story. Like when I was in middle school, I guess I used to have a look that used to look like him, so they used to call me Goldberg in middle school.
Now he's just Gayberg, no.
But you know, with that, it's like, you know, you had other, you know, good wrestlers. You know, you had, you know, DDP. You know, you had, you know, Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio. You know, that's when and WCW was more focused on just big groups. You know, the factions. You know, NWO. You know, type of shit. Like, but playing, you know, watching, you know, WWF, dude, it's like, you know, look at how just off the wall they were, the shit that they were doing. You know, I mean, you can bring perfect example. You know, you had the Godfather coming in with a stable of hoes. You know, were they doing that in WCW? No. You know, that was just a fun factor. You know, the shit that they were talking, shit that they were doing, like trying to do it now.
I'm pretty sure there was hoes over there. No?
But Godfather was letting it be known, though. They're coming out hardly wearing anything, but you know, look at like type of matches that they were doing, you know, promos that they were doing, you know, on WWF. You know, look at example, you know, the Edge and Lita, they had a bed in the middle of the ring and they were under the fucking sheets. You know,
couldn't do that now.
Were you seeing that on WCW? Not really. I mean, they were more focused on, you know, the wrestling aspect. I don't remember seeing anything like that on WCW.
Something I'll admit to you guys, which, you know, I'm not very deep into the lore, but these two wrestlers always confuse me. Steve Austin and Goldberg. I always confuse those two. Anyway, yeah, continue. Honestly,
I mean, seriously, yeah, some people do. Yeah,
I
Steve
do.
Austin admits that. Like he actually gets saying, "Oh, Goldberg, nice to meet you."
Oh my goodness, really?
yeah.
All after his stunning Steve. That's what happened.
Yeah. He had hair.
Stunning Steve. Yeah. I remember that shit.
Stunning Steve.
But with that, I mean, like I said, WCW, like I said, is just, you know, it had a good base of, you know, of wrestlers, but like I said, just, you know, they were just more focused on just the show. You know, WWF was, you know, the show, the entertainment, and just the the fucking just the fun of it that they had. Like I enjoyed it more.
Yeah, Vince knew what he was doing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh for sure.
Yeah.
With WCW Mayhem, I suffered playing Nitro and Thunder
Oh my god, Thunder.
back at the place on the PlayStation 1. Okay, more so with Thunder. Okay, uh, horrible gameplay. Thunder was, but I had some enjoyment with it. Okay, it's like uh, from playing Nitro and Thunder and then going to Mayhem. I'm like, okay, which game I hated the least? Okay, I enjoyed Mayhem a little bit more compared to the gameplay of Nitro and Thunder, because with Nitro and Thunder there's only so much that you can do. With Mayhem there's a lot more that you can do, despite there are still some limitations, sure. And as far as I know, with Mayhem, this was the time when Eric Bischoff was already was got pulled out from the creative. Vince Russo is the one who headed the creative team at the time, and certain wrestlers here were already in WWF still. Okay, when this came out, not like Chris Jericho. With WCW, I didn't even know there was another promotion out there. Like most of these guys, all I knew was WWF. Watching cable, and then
what probably blew it
Yeah.
up though is the Wars.
The Wars,
When,
yeah.
it's
when,
just
Monday
the
Night
Wars,
Wars
right?
popping, it's really what blew
Yeah.
it up.
They were trying to up each other, basically.
Yeah. When I think when I was like first year, back in my first year high school or second year in high school, like 96, 97, because we had cable and Cartoon Network will turn into TNT by 10 p.m. And during Saturdays, after Cartoon Network goes off air, TNT will take over, and then WCW Nitro WCW Nitro will show up, right? And this is a Saturday 10 p.m. And lo and behold, oh my God, there's another wrestling promotion. Who's that? Is that Diesel? Is that Scott Hall? Is that Hogan? Is that Macho Man? So, you know what? I mean, it's new to me, but somewhat still recognizable because the old WWF guys are here in WCW. So, so every Saturday, I tend to watch Nitro for 2-3 hours. I think it was 2 hours at first, then it became 3 hours. And I got hooked on at the time when this was. I think this was the time when the NWO storyline was at peak, because Monday Night Wars, yeah, it's between the NWO and the Generation X, yada 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 yada. So yeah, I remember fondly WCW. That's why when Nitro and Thunder came out for the PlayStation 1, yeah, I played the hell out of those games, despite how badly they were. And then Mayhem showed up, and then there's another game after this, which is Backstage Assault. We're not gonna talk about that. Fuck that game. So yeah, the overall gameplay is somewhat different, to say the least. Okay, Bret Hart is already in this game. If there's one thing that I might complain about this game, is just the sprites. Like all of them are when they're standing, they're like this. Like you know how when you push like shopping carts, like your hands are like this? Yeah, they stand just like that. All of them, like the base model of the sprites, they all look like they're pushing shopping carts like that for some reason, like they're lepers or something. Otherwise, I like the fact that you can the most of the finisher moves are here. In some cases, not very accurately. Um, I was hoping with especially with one, for example, like Buff Bagwell's blockbuster. I know for a fact that that's a second top rope um, overhead neck breaker, but in this game, it's just a simple neck breaker. It's like a rude awakening style neck breaker, which I don't like. Yeah, you got your NWO black and white, like Sir JD mentioned. You got your NWO black and white, NW Wolfpack. You got your WCW heavyweights. You got your WCW light cruiserweights, and then your hardcore division, Ravens Flock. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even had the N64 at the time. So for all of us PlayStation 1 owners, if you like a WCW game, this is as best as it could get. Really. Mayhem. Back to you guys.
Dude, yeah, Thunder. Yeah, dude, I would say Thunder was fucking shitty. Like, it was terrible. I mean,
How shitty was it?
I have it, but I bought it when GameStop, before they changed their name, when it was Funko Land. And I still have the same orange fucking sleeve and everything that the game came in. But it's put up somewhere. It's tossed somewhere. It was just that terrible. But I'll say something to you, RV. Like, did you like the Wolfpack Sting? Or did you not like the Wolfpack Sting?
I did. I think I just like Sting in general, whether it was the Wolfpack or not. I think he's actually come back, I think, just recently to AEW, but so I'll be following that. But yeah, I love Sting. It was one of my favorites.
He was just more aggressive than his original Sting.
To me, Wolfpack Sting is like an equivalent of Dead Man Badass Undertaker.
Oh,
because
man,
this was a time when I was talking already, and then Wolfpack Sting from a whole year of saying nothing as Crow Sting. When he came out as a Wolfpack Sting, that's the time when he started talking again.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anything else about this game, gentlemen, before we move to the next game?
I'd like to read some of the comments from John back in the PS.
Sir Jomar, yeah.
And basketball games just bring a lot of nostalgic experiences because you can play these kinds of games with friends and create memories. We used to play these games religiously just for the reason of getting together. He also said, where was it? JDM said that the best wrestling games are on the N64, which the next game is actually on the N64, WrestleMania 2K. Take it away.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, the next one is WrestleMania 2K for the Nintendo 64. It was also released on the Game Boy Color. Like I was saying earlier, this game right here, this is pretty much based off the WCW versus NWO Revenge game. They just kind of took it a step further. They had, Royal Rumble matches, King of the Ring. What else? They had a bigger variety of, of wrestlers, more named wrestlers. Let's see. Where's my list? So we had on top of Warzone, we had Al Snow, Big Boss Man, Big Show, Bradshaw, Brian Christopher, Cactus Jack, Chaz, Jericho, Christian, D'Lo, Draws, Dude Love, Edge, Farouk, Gangrel, Jel Briscoe, Hardcore Holly, Jeff Hardy, Jeff Jarrett, Jerry the King Lawler, Jim Ross, Kane, Shamrock, Mankind, Mark Henry, Matt Hardy, a fun character, Meat, Michael Hayes,
Sean Stasiak,
yeah, Midian, Mr. Ass, McMahon, Pat Patterson,
Mr. Some of these names I've not heard in a long time.
You had Prince Albert, Road Dogg, Scott Taylor, Shane, Sean, Steve Blackman, Stone Cold. Yeah, Tess. This is Jose's favorite, the Blue Meanie.
The Blue Meanie. Oh my.
The Godfather, The Rock, Thrasher, Triple H, Taker, Val Venus, Viscera, and X-Pac. and that was your male roster. Female roster, you had China, Deborah, Ivory, Jacqueline, Stephanie, Terry Reynolds, Tori, and you had the Godfather's favorite, the Hoe.
Victoria?
And also had, a dummy character. But also there was characters too when you did the road to WrestleMania. Also had unlockables, yet, and they were the unlockable ones. So that was, Cactus Jack, Dude Love, Jerry the King Lawler, Jim Ross, Paul Bearer, Shawn Michaels, and Stephanie McMahon. But like I said, this game, like I said, based off, like I said, the WCW Revenge, like I said, I played this one the most. I mean, it was very smooth. I mean, the gameplay that's being shown doesn't look smooth. Hopefully it smooths out. But like, it was very simple, the, grappling, different, they added, the move set got a little bit bigger as well. So, every time you grab, you can up and, up on the C stick and, in a button, will perform one move, a different move, multiple directions. This one, oh man, like I'm trying to, I remember this was also released at the height of the Attitude Era. So it had a lot to, it had a lot to kind of live up to. And like I said, I honestly think that, the expectation of this game was very high, and it also just pulled it off. Like, as you guys can see, like, look at the gameplay. It sucks because, they didn't have a referee in the ring. It was, an animated one on screen. It was always sweating every time you did something. But, I played this one the most, like I said, just even, the taunting. Each, wrestler had their own unique taunt. Stone Cold will flip you off. When you were playing Mr. Ass, he'd moon you. That was one of his taunts too. So, I don't know if you can pull that up. And, look at, Val Venus. Val Venus was, his pelvic thrusting. He's a fucking hoe. He should have been a part of Goldberg's or Godfather's stable. But with the variety of
he kind of was right to censor.
But he got censored.
He got censored.
Always coming out, pretty much had a Triple H thing going with his hair always wet. He had a towel on and come and just fucking just dry himself off.
Coming up.
But with this, like I said, with the added modes, the creative pay-per-view style, you were able to create your own championships. They added more to it to kind of make the game more fun. The road to WrestleMania was also, a game mode in this one. It was a long road. You start off as a rookie, making your way, to the top, challenging, to get that, that WWF title. I'm trying to think what else. I know, IC tag team, the tag team, format in this one was really good. You had your European title, you had feuds and storylines with the road to WrestleMania. The game offered so much for it being on the console that it was. What else? I know they had, arenas, I remember, not Saturday, Sunday night Heat. Oh my God, that's old school too. Sucks that they stopped doing that. They focused on just a lot of what WWF was. And like I said, the gameplay is just smooth as hell. I don't know if anybody else played this one.
I played it, yeah. I remember playing this. Actually, a fun story about this one. I remember when I was younger playing, I'd play it so much time, so often that when at school we had to write in our teacher would get us to write a diary of what we would do on the weekend. And every week I played WrestleMania 2000 every week. And I got to a point where she had to go to my mum and say, is Russell okay? He's been playing this WrestleMania game. Does he not go outside and play? And so it's obviously this is the time where we didn't have phones and iPads. So most kids went outside, not like nowadays, they're on their phones. But I remember my mum showing me the diary, and every week I was like, I played WrestleMania 2000. So I love this game religiously. Yeah, I particularly played it also with a lot of friends. I liked that there was the Road to WrestleMania that you mentioned. And also what I also like to delve in was the creator character. That was quite diverse. But yeah, I'm not sure if everyone else played this game, but it was really good.
But fun story too. Playing this game so much when I was in middle school, we started our own little wrestling promotion. we called it WLW. It was Westlake Wrestling, and like literally, it was just a bunch of us, just friends together, like, and everything. The way we did it, dude, it was hilarious. We'd hit moves. We had certain timers that you had to be down for. So like special move, somebody hit a special move right off the bat, we had to be down for 5 seconds, so we pretty much lost the match once we got hit with it. But dude, like, I mean, I had a lot of fucking cuts, bruises, dude. Like, literally, my clothes. I used to go home with ripped shirts and pants and shit. Like, we were that intense. We had a baseball diamond, so we used to close it out with our backpacks, and that was our cage matches. And we used to fucking climb the batting cage and jump off of it. Like, yeah, we used to do dumb shit. We used to bring little things in our backpacks to use as weapons. I mean, until we got caught, and then that was dismantled. We couldn't do it no more because then they started having like campus security out there watching us. It's like, I mean, but it went on for a good. I say we did all of 7th grade. We did that, so pretty much a full year, and then it just got cut because somebody did get really, really hurt. I watched it. I was standing there, and
It was the right of
depending on we'd use stuff to kind of do moves on so we wouldn't hurt each other. And it was supposed to be that the kid wasn't supposed to take a pedigree. Yeah.
Oh, speaking of pedigree.
He took a pedigree on cement. All I saw was him go, wham, and he was out.
Okay. That's a problem right there. Not on the cement, no.
He wasn't supposed to take it, but like, I don't know where the communication didn't happen. Yeah, he took it. He jumped he flattened his body out and everything. I'm like,
so he sold it.
Oh, he really
sold it well. He sold it well. Respect to the guy. Is he still alive and walking?
I was just gonna say, I was like, he sold it and now he can't walk.
I haven't been a kid in a long time, and it was crazy. He was the littlest one of all of us. He was like, what, maybe 5 foot.
I have a funny story about that. Okay. Sir Joel, so you saw the footage of the PS1 games, and this is N64 that you're looking. Thoughts?
I mean, it's comparable actually. Surprisingly enough, the N64 seems to be a lot smoother in terms of movement. I guess I've been bagging on the N64 a lot recently because of the fact that it didn't get very popular in the Philippines. It didn't get very popular among a lot of Filipinos, so we really didn't have all that much experience with it. But the movement, the animation, the fluidity of it seems to be much better than the PS1 counterpart. I'm kind of surprised, and I have to say the camera angles, definitely another positive. The camera angles seem to be much better for the N64 version. I could be wrong on this one, but the PS1 version seemed to be much more static. The N64 camera angles swing around the ring a little bit better and gives a better viewpoint of the action happening. I have to admit,
you can even see him shove it in his mouth right there.
Yeah, there you go. That's it. I have to admit, it's good.
Right there.
But then too, I mean, a lot of the camera angles too, like, got better once you were in like the special stage when you were going to do your special move. That's when it focused a lot on certain moves.
Oh, I see. Okay, but for this one, it seems even if it's a regular move, the camera seems to be optimized to show how well the move is being done, even if it's a basic move. I like that. I like that.
And it's like like just pretty much if the crowd's behind you, like I said, it's going to focus on like Bradshaw right there. It's Clothesline from Hell. That's his special. So like it's going to focus on that.
Okay. Yeah, I like.
And Sir Joel, considering this is what the limitations of the N64 cartridge.
Agreed. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But I think they perfected that limitation though, because like I said, it's smooth. Like if you get a chance to play it, even emulated, I mean, it's gonna be hard without the 64 control unless you have one. But like it's really, really good. I will speak highly of it. I know probably the ratings on everybody else will probably be 5 or 6 out of 10, but I will give this game a 20 out of 10. That's how much I like it in the smoothness. Like I will go back, and as of right now, there's only one wrestling game out now that focused on this style, and that's the AEW Fight Forever. Pretty much similar style, just more polished and smooth.
You know this fluidity and the camera angles. The one what this reminds me a lot of. It reminds me of Rumble Roses. Rumble Roses.
Oh yes,
Mhm.
yes, yeah.
Yeah. In terms of
Oh yeah.
fluidity, camera
Mm-hmm.
angles, yes. Rumble Roses is what this reminds me of. I like it.
Gender fluid, yes.
Oh yeah. Very jiggly too. Anyway,
Very
continue.
jiggly and yeah. Mm. A lot of spreading. With WrestleMania 2000, yeah, I'm pretty much late on the N64 scene. I only got my N64 just like a year ago, somewhat almost a year ago. So one of the few things that I bought, of course, WrestleMania 2000 right here. So I
Wow.
got my cartridge for WrestleMania 2000 right here. I got my N64 right there below. Okay. Um,
What color
when
controllers do you have?
hmm?
What color controllers, or did you just get a stock gray one?
The gray one. It's Australia. I got the gray one. uh, so yeah, I got the WrestleMania 2000 right here, and for at the time, in considering the roster that it has, it was to me, it's not like No Mercy because this was almost at the peak of the Attitude Era of the WWF. Um, to me, it only got perfected when No Mercy came out because you got the Dudleys in there. Because in this one, you still got draws, and at the time when this came out, he's already a paraplegic. Unfortunately, you know what happened with that guy. So it was a match with D'Lo Brown and draws. Uh, D'Lo miscalculated the running power bomb, so basically draws landed on his head and suffered a cervical spine injury, which rendered him immobilized for the rest of his life, and then he died eventually, like years later. And accidents happen, guys.
Actually,
Uh,
I need to ask this. I mean, considering how physical the sport is there some kind of fun in wrestling where it kind of provides for aging athletes, or like some kind of support network for athletes who have aged out, and because I do see them a lot in a lot of conventions here. I do see the honky tonk man. I do see Tito Santana showing up, signing
Mm.
autographs, taking photographs, getting money for it, and I gladly contribute to them. My brother does as well. He's a huge WWE fan. He visits all the ones that where you see the classics and who show up and sign, their glossies. I was just wondering if there was such a thing as a financial fund where if you've aged out of the sport, it kind of gives you a pension for people who have achieved. Oh, that's too bad. There really should be something like that.
correct me if I'm wrong, guys. As far as I know, they don't,
Hmm.
because unless they actively say, "Okay, I'm retiring,"
Hmm.
that's it. So unless you saved up your money,
Hmm.
sure, you got something to fall back on.
Hmm.
But although in WCW and WWE, they do have like a wellness policy,
Hmm.
a very flimsy
Hmm.
uh, administration there, to say the least. But because I think at this time Ric Flair is still. Oh no, Ric Flair already retired. Yeah, even because with Ric Flair's case, he was still wrestling up until recently, until he
Hmm.
officially said, "Okay, I'm calling it quits." And he's like what, almost 70 years old, and he's
Hmm.
still wrestling because he needs the money.
Hmm.
Mm.
So unless you're if you think that your body can still handle the stress,
Hmm.
sure. If you can
I
still
mean,
handle the
also
all of
depends
that
too.
effort, sure.
Injuries, like I mean, depending on
Yeah.
injuries you sustain within your career, like
Hmm.
if you haven't really sustained anything major, then
Hmm.
dude, like you can probably go until your body says you can't.
Hmm.
Look like
Yeah, I mean,
example, yeah, Triple H, he had serious, tears in his, ACLs and stuff like that, and kept him out for
yeah.
a while. You had Stone Cold, he took a power driver from Owen Hart, tweaked his neck, and it put him out
Yeah,
for a
fitness
while.
net.
So
Yeah,
I mean, you can only take so much.
yeah, I just really wish that there was some kind of fund where, all of these wrestlers do turn a profit for the organizations, that a little bit of money would go into it so that it would kind of serve as mini pension for the
If
wrestlers who have promoted the sport going
Mhm.
forward in the
if
past.
if you are such a big name already,
Hmm.
then maybe you'll get that extra bonus, extra perk. But if you're like on the lower card,
Hmm.
most likely no. It's your ass.
But then again, you still put in that much effort into it anyway. You think that, as one of the, well, what's the right word for it? One of the side characters, you still somewhat put in the effort. You kind of promote the big names. You still at least deserve a little bit of something to get out of it once you're done, right? You think?
I agree. Yeah.
I mean, you would think, yeah, but I mean, like I said, these little
Yeah.
guys,
You would think, yeah.
like
Mhm.
just they're the fucking body bags for these fucking big names.
Mm.
Who do you have right now? This one kid. What is his name? What the hell's his name? Tazawa.
Mm.
I
Oh,
mean
Kira Tozawa.
that dude, that guy fucking gets his ass whooped all the time. But like, I mean, granted, I mean, he's making all these bigger names look good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mhm.
all the gimmicks that that they do, they're making themselves look stupid. But you know what? I mean, at the end of the day, it's entertainment.
Mhm. All right, just
Yeah.
putting that out there. I just
No,
wish there
no,
was
you're
some
good.
kind of thing. Yeah.
No, they don't.
Just
Unfortunately, they don't.
to add, Sergio, nowadays it's quite good with Triple H in charge. Like Sergio said, there's like a wellness. The
Mm.
schedule isn't as
That's
strenuous
hectic.
as to the body
Yeah.
as compared to the Vince era, where
Mhm.
Bret Hart will mention this a lot. If you got injured in the Attitude Era, you'd still wrestle. Like
Mm.
it's either you don't wrestle and don't get paid, or you wrestled hurt and get paid. So
Mhm.
back then it was very like they'd be on the road like pretty
Uh,
much every week,
All the
and
time.
And then,
unfortunately,
back then, I mean, even with the multiple shows, like it's not how it is now. You have Raw, you have
mm.
SmackDown, you
Yeah.
have NXT, you have all that stuff, and everybody's separate. The only people that can kind of go across are champions. When they're promo.
Mm.
But if you're there, you're there until draft time.
Oh
Yeah,
my.
but like RV was saying, like you were always on the road. You had multiple promotions, in house,
Mhm.
out house, whatever. Special appearances. You were nonstop.
I remember when so you guys remember when Undertaker threw Mankind off the hell from the
oh yeah,
the Hell in a Cell match.
So,
Yeah, so if things went wrong, horribly wrong, yeah, I mean Mick would have been dead by now. And not to mention, this came out from his autobiography during the Last Man Standing match with Mankind and with The Rock. So it was pretty physical match that they had. All of the weapons, all of the trimmings. Mick Foley had
oh sorry, I think we lost
Oh,
Joe there.
no.
It's okay. No
well,
problem.
to touch on him, I mean, before he comes back, like I said, Undertaker tossing Mankind off. I mean, you had other wrestlers who jump off the Hell in the Cell and miss onto the announce table.
Oh my goodness.
Remember Shawn Michaels? Undertaker choke slamming Shawn Michaels to the top of the cell, like straight on.
Yeah,
Uh,
Crazy times.
it's very physical and demanding on your body. That's why a
Yes.
lot of them turn to drugs.
Mhm.
Yeah, sadly. Yeah, no, you're right. So Jose, yeah, sadly. Moving on, we're going to the last game on the N64,
mhm.
the wrestling game, No Mercy, which I will be doing. It's considered one of the best for the N64 because it came out very similar to WrestleMania 2000 in the peak of the Attitude Era. What I liked about this was, even though it was kind of like a blocky kind of 3D graphics, so as you'd like this, the face of The Rock was pretty much his eyebrow. Like static the whole time. Just his eyebrow. Just you'd select him and he'd be wrestling like this for the whole match with his eyebrow. You'd have the gameplay was good. You'd have a variety of moves. So if you press A once, it would do a small kind of grapple, and you can go up, down, left, or right, and you can choose from different move sets. Or if you hold A, you can do a strong grapple, and you can do another set of up, down, left, or right. So you can have around 8 move sets. Similarly with the B attack, if you press B once and you just hit them, it's a light attack. But if you hold B, it's a strong attack. Now, I think Sir Joel asked me earlier what the campaign is like, or like the story mode. It's quite diverse. You can choose between 7 different championships, ranging from the heavyweight to even like the women's championship. So yes, you can do a story mode with the women, and depending on whether you win or lose, the story will kind of pivot to which way you're doing. And it's very good. It's got a lot of replayability. The roster's very stacked. I was looking at, it's got 60 wrestlers. Obviously, you've got the main ones, for example, Stone Cold, The Rock. You've got all the main card players. But for its time, I had a lot of fun. I particularly like the special referee. So I'd get some of my friends over, and I would be the referee. And basically, as the referee, obviously you control the outcome of who wins or loses. So, and also about the referee, you can hit other wrestlers. They can hit you back as well, but you basically control who wins. So if
say his name and he appears.
Say his name and he appears, but
he's just mad because nobody wants
games
to wrestle with him. That's all. Nobody wants to wrestle with Raj.
I'm not sure if you guys ever played No Mercy. I certainly played it a lot, but yeah, that was one of my favorite moves. The special referee, just having fun with friends and just making hitting my friends while I was special referee, and then going one as slow as I could.
The screw job all over again.
That's it.
But No Mercy, like I said, pretty much just. It was good. I played it, but like I said, for some reason, I always just 2K.
So Joe, welcome back. So Joe, have you? I'm guessing you played, I believe, No Mercy on that 64.
Oh, are we okay, so we're doing No Mercy now. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yep. Among of the games that I bought. Oh, all right. So among of the so we're showing No Mercy footage now. Among of the games that I bought along with my WrestleMania 2000 is, of course, No Mercy. I got the cartridge right here. Okay, No Mercy, and to me, this is like the absolute peak of WWF Attitude Era. This was the time when the Radicals came out. Chris Benoit, Dean Malenko, Perry Saturn, Eddie Guerrero. And can you guys hear me? Oh, hang on.
Yes.
Yeah. And then you got the Dudleys, Bubba Ray and Devon already in here. You still got the Hardy Boys, Edge and Christian. All DX members are still here. They updated the Undertaker character here. He's now the badass Taker. I think this came out like after Judgment Day 2000, because he's still wearing the blue vest. That's the outfit that he wore when he first came out as the dead man walking, be a badass Undertaker. And the right to censor is here, of course. You got Steven Richards, the Good Father, Val Venus, and I think Bull Buchanan is here. Yeah, Chris Jericho's already here.
Yes,
right. Yeah,
Kurt Angle.
You got Ivory as part of the right to censor as well. Yeah, all of the it's like the main event lineup is pretty much stacked. But by the time this game came out, like, who do you got at the time? You got Rock, Austin, Taker, Kane, Triple H, you got Mankind, got Angle already in there. Um, Chris Jericho was starting to go up the ladder. This was the time when I think this came out before he won the Undisputed Championship, beating Rock and Austin the same night. So, to me, this is the when I played No Mercy, between No Mercy and WrestleMania 2000. There's only so little things that they really change. If anything, it's just the roster. To me, anyway, because it's like I mentioned, WCW was almost at the time when this game came out. WCW was already in their last legs when this came out. So what's the game after this? Like
Should have
This
been
was the
when
last
the
game, I think,
yeah,
64.
right?
Yeah.
Because when the PS2 came out, that's
right.
that's the time when the invasion angle happened. Now, with the brand split, the invasion angle happened. So so before all of that happened, this was the absolute peak
Agree.
of it all. This was the time before Brock Lesnar first came out in WWE. So and I like the fact that you can perform the tag team moves in here. Aside from doing the tag team moves in SmackDown 2, know your role. Oh, hang on. Yeah, know your role. You can still perform the double team moves in here. You can still do you can do the 3D in this one with the Dudleys.
you can't
Yeah.
forget one of the most iconic,
Um,
watching them perform the Worm.
yeah. The Worm, right? On an N64 cartridge.
Dude, the Worm on an N64 cartridge versus what it is now when they do it on certain games, dude, it's totally different. It was a lot smoother on a cartridge.
I think I like the animation here more with the Worm compared to the SmackDown 2. Yeah.
Because I mean, he just got more into it, like how he just like get all happy and then he starts
like this. Yeah. There's a lot more animation here. I mean the wrestlers when performing their moves had a lot more animation / personality in here.
Mhm.
Yeah, compared to SmackDown 2. To me anyway.
But then too, didn't this game have a hardcore mode too? If I'm not mistaken.
I believe so.
I know, Hardcore Holly and Crash Holly, and Hardcore Holly was, the man for hardcore.
Viraj is the man for a hardcore gay sex. I had to.
Okay, Viraj is talking about, let's see, Rikishi Stink Face facing men gay. He was mad because he's not doing it to you.
Yeah.
He wants to be that one. He wants to be on the receiving end of that one.
And he wants hardcore. But like Joe was saying too. The roster. It a little bit bigger. They added more names. Like I said, tag team style. So the Hardys. The Dudley Boys. Just overall, like I said, it took it a step further. But I don't know why. I always stuck with 2K. If you wanted to be Mae Young, you have an option. Mae Young's old ass. But Joe, you're saying that lady. Dude, how old was Mae Young when she was fucking cutting promos with Mark Henry? Dude, she was up there.
Like I'm not sure if she's on the 80s at the time when they did the when she gave birth to a hand.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Yeah.
And her old ass got fucking power bombed through a table by Bubba Ray.
Oh, do you know the story behind that? Sir Joel might enjoy the story. So the story was so this old so the old lady Mae Young. So there's this spot where she got power bombed from the top rope on the table, and there's a table in there, and Bubba Ray says he doesn't want to do it. He was hesitant to do it to an old lady, obviously. And then Mae Young said something in the lines of, You just do it, you fucking pussy. Something to that accord. So he did. So he was very careful with her, power bombed her on the table from the top rope, and on the second of the impact, she farted on his face.
And that's why his face was all.
And then she said, I don't know, something in the line of pretty much the same vulgarity as I said earlier. So fucking
Well,
respect.
yeah, well, yeah, you gotta take what comes along with it, right?
You gotta find that clip.
Baba Ray was telling the story. So there's a story there in YouTube that like Baba Ray is telling the story. It was freaking hilarious. Aren't they doing the WhatsApp move here? WhatsApp with the Dudley, or is that SmackDown too?
All right,
You know the
that
commercial, Sir Joel?
broke Jose
You know
right
the
there.
Budweiser commercial? WhatsApp.
Fucking face.
You know that we're gonna have to clip that, right? Oh my goodness. Okay. The things we do here in Timeless Gamers Show.
Oh,
Things
man.
we do for the show.
Yes,
Hey, it's still a wrestling episode, guys.
it is.
It is.
Yeah.
It's still relevant to the show. Okay.
I'd
Next
like
game.
to read
Oh,
JDM's message.
You can use that
Dan
WhatsApp
Eddie.
in different variations in different platforms, not just wrestling.
Oh yeah. So yes. RV says, "Damn, Eddie." No. GDM says, "Damn, Eddie died 20 years ago this month." Ah, okay. Well, there you go. Yeah. That's
Did she?
wow.
So- I
Respect
never
to the
played
old
this
lady.
one,
F.
but there's something interesting about this game right here. There's the cartridge has two versions, and one version is worth significantly a lot more than the other.
Really?
Oh, there's
Why?
a story behind that. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's basically like you would send your copy in, and it would get or they would give you a patched version back.
Oh.
And a lot of people
Apparently-
fully didn't do that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, apparently, Sir Joel, the first release of No Mercy has a saving bug, which it will just happen. It will happen anytime. So once you boot up your game, all of your save file will be erased, all
Arranged.
gone. So they had
Okay.
So they had to recall all of the N64 No Mercy cards,
Mhm.
and then you will get a newly patched cartridge back. So
Okay.
so you can tell by looking at the at the back of the cartridge.
Mhm.
So on the back of the cartridge, you'll see on my cartridge anyway. It says NUS-EUR-1. Dash
Mhm.
1 means
It's
it's
patched.
already the patched version.
Mhm.
Yeah. If
Okay.
you don't
It's on the front,
have
too.
if you don't have the dash 1 on the cartridge, that means you got the bugged cartridge. So
Well, the question is, which one is worth more, Jose?
the patched one.
that doesn't have the patch one.
The
Mhm.
patched one is worth more.
So
Ah,
it's on the front as well. Like at the bottom, it'll say USA. And if you get USA-1, that's the
Mhm.
patched one. That one goes for like around 300. Where the other one goes for like $20,
Yeah.
maybe.
And does Joe have it? Is the one that he's holding on to? Is that it? No.
I got the EUR-1. So I got the patch
Okay.
version.
Got it. Okay, got it.
Which,
Okay.
which actually I bought this in our local retro store. They didn't know how
Mhm.
much this is worth. I got it like for 25 Australian dollars, Sir RV. 25.
Nice.
$25. And considering that this is a patch version, they could have sold this like for like, I don't know, 200, $300.
Wow. Okay. You
They
should
didn't
flip
know.
it. You should flip it.
I would have flipped it. I would have. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Next game. What do we have?
Next game on our list is on the Xbox Revenge. Xbox.
Oh no, we're doing Revenge. Oh, that's WCW Revenge for the N64 still. We have an obligation to Sir JDM to do WCW.
Oh.
Okay. So it's me again. Okay. Let me just fix
Just
the.
this. My favorite part of the game,
Right.
it's not gameplay, is the fucking
Go.
Is the what?
intro.
Uh,
The intro
yeah.
of this game
Oh.
is you don't see nothing like it. Like literally, all it is it's the truck, going to the next, to the next stadium, for the next show, and then you got Sting just standing there trying to stop it. Like no,
All right. So we are showing you the game footage of WCW NWO Revenge. To Sir Joel, just in case if you might notice, pretty much the same thing that you're looking at as No Mercy and WrestleMania 2000 because they had the same developer. They really did, yeah. So pretty much they use the same engine, but for each iteration of the games, they had some improvements over it. So to all of you WCW fans out there, the best, arguably the best WCW game out there is still WCW NWO Revenge for the N64. This was the time when WCW was at their highest peak, 63 weeks victory over Raw. So yeah, you got all of the stables here. You got the Horsemen, NWO, Black and White, Wolfpack, Ravens Flock, the Hardcore Division, the Cruiserweights. Ric Flair, unfortunately, is not here in this game. They had some licensing and contract disputes with Eric Bischoff at the time. So Ric Flair is not here, but you can create him. His moveset's still here. I got that. So of course, it's the best WCW game out there. So I got the cart as well. There you go. It doesn't have any bugs, and so fortunately, it doesn't have any bugs. So I got WCW NWO Revenge. I got it for $20. I still got the sticker over there. Pretty love. I like this game. Unfortunately, there's no season mode in this. It's pretty much arcade, mainly exhibition style. The usual one-on-one tag team matches, hardcore matches. That's it, really. There ain't no season mode. Although, if you want to wrestle the most of the, how many? I'm not sure how many wrestlers are in this. I think about 60, more or less. I think.
Yeah, because they had multiple. They had multiple promotions too. A part of the
yeah. Oh, there you go. I mean, it's not like compared to WCW World Tour because that one is the actual where they showed a lot of the promotions there. Mm-hmm. But you can still pretty much unlock them here, really.
Yeah, because they had, what is it, EWF and DAW, a part of their rosters. That's what made it big. On top of what they had.
Who actually watched WCW? I did.
I did.
Sir JDM did. Sir RV did.
I mean, I watched. From WCW. Goldberg was one of my favorites, and him, DDP, Eddie Guerrero, Chris Benoit.
I bet Viraj remembers Goldberg. He probably wanted him to spear him in his ass.
What I like about the AKI wrestling games is that these were one of those early wrestling games rather that has multiple finishers. If a certain wrestler has like one or more, like two, or like at least two finishers, yeah, they will include it here. Like for example, back in No Mercy, you got Chris Jericho. You can do the Lion. No, not the Lion Tamer. You got the Walls of Jericho and the Lion Salt. You can do that. Here you can with DDP, Diamond Dallas Page. You can do the Diamond Cutter normal. You can do the Diamond Cutter on the turnbuckle. You can do the Diamond Cutter if you throw your opponent like a pop up. Like a powerbomb / counter Diamond Cutter. Yeah, you can do it like that. And the good thing, hey, you can do the blockbuster, one of my favorite wrestling moves from Buff Bagwell. It's here, yay! The first time I got revenge, the first wrestler that I chose was Buff Bagwell because I really want to see the blockbuster. Anyway, back to you guys. So what can you tell about Revenge? It's pretty much the same thing as No Mercy in 2000 anyway, gameplay wise. So any thoughts?
Like I said, no extra modes, like you said. I mean, just WCW roster. I mean, Hulk Hogan, Giant, Bryan Adams, Scott Hall, Scott Norton, Buff Bagwell, Sting, Luger, Macho Man, Conan. You had Ravens Flock. Also, too, I mean, it also had a good selection of the Cruiserweight division. With Eddie, Juventud Guerrero. Who else was there? Billy
Rey
Kidman.
Mysterio, La Parca, Vincent Guerrero. Yeah. Billy Kidman.
Billy Kidman, dude. I mean, come on. Iconic with his shooting star press. Because he'd get
Oh,
air.
shit. Yeah.
I think I don't really see anybody else who does that, honestly.
There were a few.
Brock
Lesnar did.
Brock Lesnar.
Brock
yeah.
did.
The boss
Paul London did. Who else did? I think Jeff Hardy did it one time, and Evan Bourne did it. Yeah, there's a few wrestlers who did the shooting star press, but out of respect for Billy Kidman, we're not gonna do it anymore because that's his move apparently.
Man, like so, it had Ultimo Dragon, like oh my god, like
Ultimo Dragon, yeah. Ultimo Dragon, you can do the Asahi DDT and the Dragon Sleeper.
Even like, dude, fucking Harlem Heat, like there's no tag teams like that, anymore.
Oh yeah, Stevie Ray and Booker T.
Let's see who else.
Oh, you can do the Harlem Hangover here. He stopped using that.
Like I said, what else? I mean, oh man, even another iconic Disco Inferno.
Disco Fever. Yeah.
Wow, you remember the song. But yeah, dude, that's really the big difference. Like, it's just WCW, and then, like I said, the extra, EWF and DAW, rosters. Pretty much what separated this from 2K and No Mercy. And like I said, the limited of extra, game modes. So, like I said, it was a good game to play arcade style with friends.
Yeah. Would be nice if there's mode, yeah.
Before we move on to the next game, any other thoughts, Jose?
I think pretty much everyone said everything. There was just basically just another wrestling game, just no frills on this one, just straight up wrestling. I remember playing it a lot, and it was a fun game.
Right. You know what, Sir Joel? If we had the N64 back then, like if it was like a big hit back home, I would have played this. But we were stuck with Mayhem.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, the culture back then didn't lend to it. Yeah,
we're PlayStation guys.
Yeah. Did you guys ever watch any of the other promotions like EWF and DAW?
No, not even ECW.
No, oh man,
no.
ECW was
because on cable, unless you only got WWF. If you watch Star Sports, Sir Joel, you know the channel.
Yes,
Star
I
Sports.
do remember. Yeah,
And then you got TNT that shows WCW.
Yes.
At the time when ECW was showing, it was like what? It was all over the place. So yeah, I really have
to read that book. I really have to read that book, Nitro. I think the incredible rise and inevitable fall of Ted Turner's inevitable collapse of Ted Turner's WCW. I have to read that book. It sounds like an interesting read. Yeah.
There were a lot of machinations that happened. Yeah.
If you guys want to watch a crazy match, like RV was saying that ECW was crazy, I will give you guys a match to watch. You can find it on Peacock. It's Tajiri and Super Crazy. In that match, they called it the Mexican Death Match. This
Domestic and
match,
that match.
this match was fucking crazy, brutal, bloody.
Of
dude.
course, it's super crazy.
But this was like, I say for me, one of the best time frames for Tajiri, because once Tajiri went to WWF, he kind of just slowly started to fade out. Like he was just more one of those little toys to kind of throw around. Brock Lesnar tossed his ass around. I mean, the only iconic thing, from going up to WWF was being missed.
Brock Lesnar, the fastest refrigerator on the planet. Okay.
Oh man.
No, I mean, they did tone down with the violence because because ECW. With Tajiri, he did had some like a decent run in WWE F at that time, but they had so he had to adapt to that style of wrestling, not the ECW style. So to some extent he got mellowed down. He had to, yeah. That's it, guys. Really. Next game.
Speaking of Brock Lesnar, he's actually the cover for the next game. Here Comes the Pain, which is on the PS2. So we're moving to the PS2, and this game, the gameplay is quite interesting in a sense. It introduced like the head, like you'd see the head and the whole torso, and depending on the damage that you're doing, whether it's the head to the body, the arm, or the leg, it'll gradually over time go like orange and then red. And then if you're doing a submission, for example, then the higher, if it's a red, then it's a higher chance that the person will tap out. I also, it introduced elimination chamber, which, for example, if you're doing the moves outside of the ring, the damage
Elimination
to the person,
chamber,
is higher damage. But yeah, this was what for me. I think this is one of my favorite. And I think most wrestling fans will agree, it's probably one of the best kind of retro. When I say retro, like PS2 game out there, because there was a lot of games on the PS2. But yeah, I'm not sure if you guys ever played this one. Thoughts? So one.
This one, I mean, I played it. I mean, not as much as I should have, but I mean, just going from like WrestleMania 2K and then the first SmackDown on PS1, like it was a big improvement. A lot smoother, a lot more stuff that you can do, more innovative stuff. Like, I mean, look at Rey Mysterio, like in his quickness, like 619, you can do it, just with ease. Shut your mouth was.
It's very satisfying doing a finisher in this game. Like, for example, you just saw the 619, or whenever you do a finisher,
the West Coast
it gives
pop,
you like different angles as well, which is pretty cool. So I like that about the game. The story mode is pretty cool. Depending on whether you win or lose, you can go through, and you actually get to talk. For example, you have conversations in the back room, and it'd be hilarious. Like, for example, just random people. Hey, do you want to team up? And you can either say yes or no, and you can slap people. It was hilarious. It was a lot of fun.
I mean, with this one too. I mean, there was a lot of focus driven on like move sets. You see here, in the clip, like Goldberg setting up. It set up what games are, the wrestling games are now when it comes to like setting up finishers and signatures and shit like that. But then too, I mean, look at it now. At this time frame, the crowd. Look at how more detailed they are, the more movement, the more interactive, I mean, too, like listening to the audio when you play, it's very live, and you can get into it more. Like if you're getting your ass kicked, you're like, fuck, you're trying to fucking fight your way back. But if you're winning, you're like, yeah, let's keep driving. Like, look at Batista about to powerbomb Big Show's big ass, like, bam.
Impossible.
But see, I mean, and that's great. Like I said, I mean, the games here, like like this game and the other games compared to what it is now, like like 2K25, like you have multiple variations. You have a heavyweight, you have a giant. I was trying to see what the giant's like, and it doesn't matter who you are. If you're a heavyweight, you try to run towards a giant, all he'll do is he'll stop mid track and he just backs up. That's all he does. Like like weight is a big part of the newer games now. Like, I mean, it should be. But here then, this a mechanic that they didn't think about. It was just gameplay.
Yeah.
Made it was a lot of fun.
Any other thoughts on this? It's Here Comes the Pain, SmackDown.
Jose like Here Comes the Pain.
I never played Here Comes the Pain.
No?
No. I think
No, I think Juan is talking about a different kind of Here Comes the Pain for Jose. Anyway,
I think
no, or should that be for Viraj? Anyway, continue.
the last SmackDown game that I played was Shut Your Mouth.
Mm.
So that was the last one I played.
With me, at the time when the PlayStation 2 came out, I was already in college, and that was the time when I fell out of gaming for a while. So it took me like a few years until I got my first PS2. And one of the things that I wanted to play was Here Comes the Pain. I mean, looking at the timeline, this was the time when WCW got bought out by Vince McMahon. Same as ECW. So there were no other major wrestling promotions against WWF. And then invasion happened. WCW superstars, ECW superstars invading WWF. That was the wild storyline, right? And I saw the final episode of Nitro, and to my surprise, why is Vince McMahon in Nitro? Am I watching Raw or was I watching Nitro? So I was there. Like, I mean, I'm not really there, but I remember the day when I saw the final broadcast of Nitro. It was very so surreal to me when that happened. So with this with the roster of Here Comes the Pain, you got WCW superstars, you got ECW superstars, along with WWF superstars. So it was pretty jacked up. Like, how many wrestlers do we have here?
65.
With Here Comes
65.
65.
So
Like,
that was the mixture, and even though that they cut down the roster, I know there was a few wrestlers that got cut from the game too.
Got cut, yeah.
So I know
I'm not sure if
Hogan, Ultimate Warrior,
yeah.
Kidman got cut. I know Jeff wasn't in it. Spike Dudley wasn't in it because when this game came out, that's when the hardcore the Dudleys were crazy.
Kevin Nash and Scott Hall were in this. I know Goldberg. I know Goldberg's here. Lesnar's here. Hulk is here. You got Rhino. I think RVD's here. Got Booker T.
Yes.
So it's like you got Tommy Dreamer. It's like the best of ECW and some of the best of WCW were included in here. So a lot of people tend to put Here Comes the Pain in such a high pedestal, along with No Mercy in terms of roster, because this is in terms of the storyline and the wrestling industry changed since Vince buying out WCW and owning ECW. Yeah. I mean, the next games after this paled in comparison because of what we have here, and of course the season mode, the GM mode here. Is it GM mode or still season mode?
Season mode.
Season mode, right? I mean, yeah. Jimmy Snuka is here for some reason.
He was a part of the legends.
Yeah,
this one only had a few legends in it. It didn't have very many.
Yeah.
Animal Hawk, George Steele, Iron Sheik, Jimmy Snuka, Nikolai Volkov, Roddy Piper, Slaughter, Ted DiBiase, Vince McMahon, and The Undertaker, which I don't see why Vince is a legend.
hey, he owns it. That's fine. Let's give it a pass. No Ricky Steamboat. I would have loved if Ricky Steamboat was here. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Let me see. I know, like this one too. Like I'm trying to remember. Like the Raw side of the roster was a lot bigger than SmackDown.
Oh,
If I'm mistaken. I think the Raw side had way more. But then too, this was, the time when John Cena was starting off.
Starting off, Dr. Economics.
Ruthless Aggression era. I just want to
Ruthless
read
Aggression era.
Serveraj's comment. He said he sold a lot of copies back in the day. And also JDM, I love how we didn't have social media in the 90s. Internet spoils us with wrestling insiders and rumors. Yes, nowadays, you can kind of read it all online before the match happens or whoever appears, for example. But any other thoughts on this game? Or we'll move on to if you want, we can make the next one is, I believe, SmackDown versus Raw. And if you want, I know the time is a bit long. If you want, we can make this the last one, the SmackDown versus Raw 2007.
Now we'll just run through it. Yeah, go.
We just run through it. So
yeah.
Whose is this one? Sorry, it's SmackDown.
This one. Okay, before this one too. I'm trying to remember.
SmackDown versus Raw.
No. Here Comes the Pain. They introduced. What the fuck was it? This one introduced bra and panties matches. Sorry.
Oh yes. Yeah,
there you go. The most important one, Sir Joel. Bra and panties match.
How could
okay. How could we forget? What's that?
Oh man, yeah, that was. There was more too. I mean, what was it? The Elimination Chamber, I believe, was.
Yes, Elimination. I mentioned that. Yeah, the Elimination Chamber.
There was.
Hang on, guys. Between the bra and panties match here in Here Comes the Pain versus Rumble Roses, which is better?
Well,
Sir Joel needs to know.
And honestly, I've played Rumble Roses, and if anybody has ever played the Yakuza Kiwami series, the bug wrestling game in there has scantily clad ladies as bugs as well, who are in the game. So if you're interested in a wrestling game that kind of like is the Rumble Roses, you might want to check out the Yakuza Kiwami games. But anyway, yeah.
With this one, I mean, in that match, though, with this one, like, I mean, it was cool, like the mechanics that they did, like literally, you're button mashing, trying to rip her shirt off, trying to like flip her upside down and pull her pants off. Like it was fun. So button mashing, I get a lot of that skill from Metal Gear Solid when you're in the torture room.
Oh yeah, of course, yes, MGS, that's part of it, yes.
But this one, I mean, but this game too, what did it have? It had. I'm trying to think, how many variations of matches? 13, 14, I believe.
Oh, wow.
You got King of the Ring, you got Royal Rumble, you got Survivor Series.
But each concept of match style had sub matches. So like I know it had TLC, so you had single, tornado, red.
No casket match though.
Title tornado, which I actually like. I need to do that with my son in 25 because they added casket match in it. He was like, "What? You die in the game?" I'm like, "No. Once you're in the casket." The slobber knocker. That's one mode I wish they would have brought back.
What? Is that Viraj's nickname? No.
And hey, the slobber knocker had a time limit and no time limit. So which one was better?
I'm pretty sure he has no time limit.
Well, then I mean, a slobber knocker anywhere. There you go. But I mean, yeah, I think it had like 13 or 14 variations, and then each, like I said, just it had its own subcategory. Normal. Just enhanced each type.
No, very good, very good. I think we'll skip the last two games. I want to do a little game before we end the show. It's a Who Am I? So I'm going to give you some clues, and you're going to try and guess the wrestler. And you're going to be playing for a very prestigious prize. So I'll try and do my best ring announcer impersonation. So the following contest is scheduled for one question.
You got to do like Lillian Garcia.
And it is for the Timeless Gamer universe.
Oh, that's cool.
All right. Very cool.
Hang on.
It is for
there you go.
Gotta screenshot that too. Anyway,
there
all
you
right. Very cool.
Timeless Gamer Championship.
And Yes, it is AI generated. Yes, it's a bit corny, and yes, it's worth playing for. Are you ready?
Let's do this.
Okay,
Ready.
let me
Are
just
you ready?
Okay, so this
I
wrestler,
said.
he, let me just bring it up. Some of the clues. He won the WWF/WWE Championship 4 times. One against Hulk Hogan in Survivor Series.
Taker.
Second,
Undertaker.
you have
There you go.
that was quick.
That really kills Jose. He loves it. Okay.
That was amazing. Yes, it
Mhm.
was the Undertaker. I
Yes.
would have thought we'd have to go to a bit more, but you guessed it straight away. So that was
Oh
yeah, it
no.
is the
Yeah,
Undertaker.
Are you screen hacking? Are you looking at his screen?
No, Joe is our resident, aside from JDM, our wrestling fanatics. Yes.
And now, as the champion, so Joe, you will have to defend it
Yes.
next week.
Oh
on the
yeah.
cha-
Well, there you go. That's it.
There's only one question. Oh god.
Yeah, I only prepared one. Sorry, I didn't expect it to go
Fine,
so fast, to be
fine.
honest. But
Mhm.
I'll wrap things up.
Okay, I think Sir JDM is still watching down there. Let's do his second game and then
Oh,
we'll end the show then.
yes, sounds
yes.
good.
Okay. Sir JDM's second game right
SmackDown
now.
versus Raw,
My second
2007.
game of choice is going to be WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 for the PS2. This game is what a wrestling video game should be: fast-paced, intuitive, and customizable. And it was years ahead of WCW Mayhem. The gameplay is solid and the AI is quite intelligent to a degree that it's almost unforgiving, especially if you're playing in a higher difficulty. Imagine getting your grapples being reversed every single time. The graphics are smooth and the wrestlers' entrances are accurate, unlike in the older games where it's just a cutscene from their Titan fronts and it's them walking around the ramp. Gameplay wise, it uses a weight detection mechanic where small wrestlers like Rey Mysterio are unable to lift huge wrestlers like Big Show and the Great Khali. However, if you fill your special meter, you can actually go into a hype and lift opponents twice or thrice your size. Analog controls for this game have been integrated into grapple moves as well, and you can now select different grapple moves depending on the hold they're using. Like you're going for the chin lock and the arm wrench and the hip lock. Customary to most wrestling video games, you can also create your own wrestler and give them specific move sets and finishers. I usually do this when I try to recreate a wrestler who is no longer within the WWE in 2006 or a wrestler from a past promotion like WCW. What really got me hooked in this game is the soundtrack, and it featured music from 3 Days Grace, Ghostface Killer, Rise Against, and those other unknown bands no one ever heard of. But it was really good. It was a mix of alternative, rock, metal, hip hop, which I still have in my music player for decades. So that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed listening to my wrestling video games promo. And don't forget to chat or comment your favorite wrestling video games so we can read them live. So back to you, Minjo Okerlund.
Thank you,
Oh,
Sir JDM. And great shirt, by the way, CM Punk. Anyone
did
want
Sir
to?
Jose already show this game?
Sorry?
Did Sir Jose already featured your game, Sir Jose?
I did my first game.
Oh, you get your first game.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to go? We have it. You know what? Might as well. Let's do Xbox. Hey, we always do Xbox. Come on, go Xbox. Go.
Well,
Okay.
thanks for the pity, Joe. Anyway, go ahead,
Well,
Jose.
I actually have my copy right here. So,
Oh, nice. Very
Oh,
WWF, WWF Raw for the Xbox. let's see, what did I write about this one? The game, stunning graphics when I played it at the time. I remember the first time I booted it up, it looked amazing. The gameplay wasn't bad either. I mostly only played single player because I think I was like in high school, so it was just basically me. My brother was, I think, already out of the house, so it was just me playing. Fun fact: this game was the last game to be released with the WWF moniker. So after that, everything started being WWE. The game was supposed to be a launch title for the Xbox, but it kept getting delayed. Blood was also supposed to be in the game, but they removed it because they were getting all kinds of lawsuits from people saying that kids were getting injured because they were copying moves that they would see on the WWF on the shows.
I did.
Hashtag fuck them kids.
F them kids.
And then also in the first week, this game sold more units ever for a third-party Xbox game, only second to Halo. So it sold pretty well. Game modes included singles, tag team, triple threat, fatal four-way, battle royale, and you could do handicap matches in this one. They also had King of the Ring. There was an in-ring announcer for when you came out. It was a sound alike for Lillian Garcia, but after that there was no in-game commentary. It was just you guys wrestling. It was besides the music playing, but because it was on the original Xbox, you could use custom soundtracks to listen to while you played the game. So maybe that was part of the reason why. It had create a character, but I don't remember how intuitive it actually was. But this game, it's funny because both my choices almost had the same system, where this game had a weak and a strong grapple system, where you could do a grapple just normally, or you could do it to a stunned opponent. But like momentum played a big part in this game too. There was a voltage meter at the bottom that would show the character's momentum in the match. Performing special moves, high flying attacks, and taunting would boost it. But like in Warzone, repeating moves would cause your momentum to fall drastically. Especially if you tried to spam finishers, you would lose all your momentum, and the other person would have the advantage. Let's see. What else did I say?
You want to defend your title right now on a question to this game, and I won't be a part of it?
What a cool thing that this game had was that when someone was coming out in their entrance, you could interrupt it and you could go running at them and attack them mid-entrance. But if they were quick enough, they could jump on top of you and stop you. Matches won, pinfall, submission, KO, count out, DQ. The thing that sucked, though, that the game did not have Hell in a Cell, cage, TLC, or ladder matches. But there was a ton of people in this game. The roster included Al Snow, Albert, The Big Show, Billy Gunn, Bradshaw, Bubba Ray, Chris Benoit, Chris Jericho, Christian, Crash Holly, Devon Dudley, Eddie Guerrero, Edge, Farouk, Fanuki, Haku, Hardcore Holly,
Haku!
Ivory, Jeff Hardy, Justin Incredible, K-Quick, Kane, Kurt Angle, Lita, Matt Hardy, Molly Holly, Perry Saturn, Raven, Rhino, Rikishi, The Rock, Spike Dudley, Steve Blackman, Stone Cold, Tajiri, Taka Michinoku, Taz, Tess, Triple H, Trish Stratus, Undertaker, Vince McMahon, William Regal, and X-Pac. I know, Rieger. And then you could unlock 3 characters. It was Shane McMahon, Stephanie McMahon, and then for just for shits and giggles, Fred Durst.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, the game, it was good. It had a sequel. The sequel added all the stuff that was missing from this one, kind of like the way that Attitude did for Warzone. So, but I never played that one, but this is the one that I played first on. I think this is the first wrestling game I played on the Xbox, and it was just amazing. Graphics at the time was so good. It looked really realistic at the time. So if you guys have a chance to pick this one up, play it. I think it's also backwards compatible on the Xbox 360. So if you don't have an Xbox, it will work on your 360.
How about Series X?
No, I think
Oh,
it's issues at that
that's
point.
so bad.
Yeah.
So much for the Xbox. One thing to note about this game, because to all of you guys who can see the footage, so there's no health in here, so you can see the meter down there, the red and the green. So if you're player one, you're the one on the red. The more variety, I say variety, the more variety of moves that you can perform. Yeah. The objective here is to fill up that meter with this with your color. So if you're able to fill up that meter with all red, which is your color, that's the time when you can perform your finisher. And like Sir Jose mentioned, if you keep on spamming that, then eventually you'll lose that you lose that momentum meter. Okay, so use it effectively and efficiently to win your matches. Okay. And there's freaking Haku in here, guys. I mean, where else can you get them? Okay. That's it.
That's it.
Anything else to mention about this game, guys?
I think it was interesting that you said that when you play, there's no commentary. I'd find that a bit odd. If
It is. It's
yeah.
very odd.
And this is Xbox, guys.
I played the
Like
game.
this, like PS2. I mean, you got commentary PS2 and PS1. You got commentary already.
Yeah.
How come this this doesn't for some reason? You know. Hey, they were slumming it. I don't know.
I want to say that it had to do with the custom soundtracks.
What they run out of memory?
I think they would just rather you be able to listen to your own music
or listen to your own commentary.
God damn it! Why can't I do this? But too, like I mean, like Joe was saying, you know, it's, when he said Haku, like you kind of lit up. Like if you haven't played 2K25, the showcase for that and like that whole bloodline, dude, is amazing.
Oh well, is Haku there?
Yeah. They have quite a bit. So like, you know, they have a match. I mean, what is it? Yokozuna and Hogan in '93. The Head Shrinkers versus the Steiner Brothers. Rocky Maivia versus Triple H in '97.
Right.
Peter Maivia versus the George Steele. Let's see what else. They have other. I mean, you relived the Stone Cold and Rikishi match. Umaga and John Cena, they switched that match up. Like it's the other way. You have 3-minute warning, Jamal and Rosie versus AOP. You do Tamina and the Money in the Bank. That match right there, Money in the Bank on 2K25. Oh my God, it's fucking a pain in the ass. You have, they relive the Uso and the New Day in the Hell in a Cell. You do Naomi versus Bailey because she's a part of the, that bloodline. You do the Wild Samoans. It's a fantasy match, but it's the Wild Samoans versus the Dudley Boys.
Okay.
Then you have Solo Sikoa versus Carmelo Hayes. Current Roman Reigns versus Seth in the Royal Rumble. Then you finish it with the they have a Civil War Games, which is a fantasy match. They have the Islanders versus the Street Profits, which is a fantasy match. Then they have the Tribal Gauntlet. So you literally you pick anybody out of that bloodline. You have to, from first entry, you have to pretty much survive to the end. So, but it gives you an option. You just don't do it with Roman Reigns. You can do Jimmy, Tamina if you want to. Yokozuna. So, like, if you haven't played it, like I said, the showcase will be a very fun thing to do. And
like the whole Anoa'i bloodline is in there.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
there's a lot of them. It's a big,
Yeah,
big
essentially, yeah.
line.
Yeah, dude, and like I said, Paul Heyman kind of narrates the whole damn thing.
Okay.
And he gets in his feelings when it came to the Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. He's like, "Do I need to say anything further? I'm not doing it." He literally it seems like he goes off script on it.
That's fine. I'm a Paul Heyman guy.
But I mean, but it's like I said, it's
All
a real fun thing to
I'm a Paul Heyman guy. I mean, if Paul's doing it, I'm there. Okay.
Well, I mean, you got to remember too. Paul Heyman was their manager too. In the old days. So I mean, he's been a part of this family for years. So was it was the Islanders or hold on? Which I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, it was Islanders. Yeah,
he was their manager.
Seeing the doc on that, but yeah, no, it's good.
I was thinking the Wild Samoans. Okay. Alrighty.
I think
that's it, guys. I guess.
I think that on that note, do you want to do the shameless plugs?
Let's do the shameless plugs. Okay. For the sake of those who have flash photography, Sir Jose, where can they schedule your one fall?
You can find me on basically any social media platform as Dark Gothic Fate, any gaming platform as Dark Gothic Fate. I'm here pretty much every week on the Timeless Gamer Show, and apparently now I can share it to my Twitch stream too. So it's been going there, and there's been about like a couple people watching here and there. So that's good, getting more eyes on the show. But yeah, I'll be here, guys.
All right, thank you for that, Sir Jose. And of course, for the sake of those who has flash photography, where can they schedule for your one fall, Sir Joe?
All right. First things first, thank you very much to everybody who stayed around and watched this episode of video games that are focused on wrestling. You can always find me here on the Timeless Gamer Show and on twitch.tv, on kick.com, and on Rumble, #FUFB. I've been streaming Skyrim recently because of the recent Skyrim anniversary, 11/11/11. I did run a tank run, and I've been stabbing bandits in the face. And yeah, also, I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. We look forward to seeing you again next week. Back to you, Joe.
All right. Thank you for that, Sir Joel. And of course, for the benefit of those people with flash photography, Sir Juan, where can they schedule your one fall?
First off, I mean, everybody that was here watching, commenting, thank you guys. But you can find me everywhere social as the Raiders, gaming platforms, the Raiders. I mean, even catch me here on the Timeless Gamer Show when I have the time. I mean, I've been here the past few weeks, and I've been actually really enjoying myself with everybody and having fun, talking smack, talking shop, talking gaming.
All right. We're very happy to have you here, Juan. Oh, I completely forgot to mention. Sorry. Another platform that you can find me on is on the brand new streaming platform called Streamer.live. STREAMR.LIVE. It's very light, it's very quick, it's very easy to use. If you want to start your streaming journey, forget those big platforms like Twitch.tv or Kick or Rumble. Try out Streamer.live. It's nice, it's new, it's fast, it's easy to use. Check it out. You might become the next, I don't know, Pokemon, Amaranth. I don't know. So yeah, see you there.
All right. Thank you for that, Sir Joe. And for the 5 here in attendance and the dozens watching at home, Sir Retrovive, where can they schedule your one fall?
First of all, thank you everyone for watching. Appreciate all the comments that you've sent. Thank you for my fellow panelists. We've been enjoying talking about wrestling and retro wrestling games. You can find me at YouTube, Retro Vibes. And yes, I also second Sir Joel. I recommend checking out Streamer. Back to you, Sir Joel.
All right. Thank you for that, Sir RV. And of course, just to whore out the show, timelessgamers.com, our official website, guys. You can still check out our old episodes. Just go to the YouTube channel, just search in Timeless Gamers Show, and for all of your messages, just send them all to timelessgamers.show@gmail.com. And many thanks to BitMap Books and Streamyard.com as well. And to all of the people down there at the chat, thank you all so much for being here. That's it, guys. Hey, 3 hours. It's pretty much the same time. The time length of a regular Raw
Yeah,
show, actually. Hey,
but
even more
only one
entertaining.
commercial break.
Yeah, more. Yeah, if you welcome one commercial break, more entertaining, even more so, right? So that's it, guys. See you. This is our 16th season finale. Okay. The next one will be the 17th season. We're doing some changes. We're doing a soft reboot. We are planning to redo or revisit some of our early episodes with a fresh new perspective with our current roster right here. So keep on a watch out. But we'll still be doing some new topics as well. So uh, as always, our games and our bodies may grow out of date, but our gaming experiences will forever remain. What's up?
Timeless. Okay. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a great weekend. Have a nice, restful weekend. See you guys next week. Bye.
Wow.